I'm bugging, I'm watching them shudder. No new residents, I'm just plotting. They trying to shade them and they won't be able. My house paid in full, I do not rent. Get me a Gulliver, lost them, go have to DIY, build him a coffin.
Oh yeah, y'all just some Gulliver, that makes you under me. I am that son on the beach. If he itching for trouble, I swing on a brother. My enemies duck or they flee. Insects, y'all nothing to me. Tell them it's G, they can't even see me. They start playing local, they ain't know the code. So I hit him, my bro, we moving the money. I jump in the dodo.
You was talking, we fly to your wallet, you lucky. This cussy be moving in slow-mo. I pull up with that chopper, my left on that trigger, but I am not taking a photo. Ring bells, yeah, I'm all about a payday. Move work on my island in 8th grade. Got your chick in my crib and she like what she seeing, bitch. I'm finna slide like I'm KK.
Your bitch my playmate, you stuck in game state. We own that chain state, watering can with the drip, bitch I maintain. My bitch is yellow, posted at windows, looking just like Isabella on a vacate. Top trees, put the hardwood in her guts. Iron nuggets in the clip, don't stand around. And crack body bag, going zipper rub. No ceremony for your life when I hammer down. Ay.
Last night boxed my bank account. Ramp up my game, y'all let it down. 2 hits and a wheat beat pecking now. I caught a little buzz out the tree, y'all passing out. Ayy, back to crossing, stack deposits. Mans is flossing when the magic wand with bags are dropping fast. When I'm smashing rocks with axes, cash is maxing. I'm grabbing all
fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it. Type beat. Ay, ay, got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it. Slingshot, I'm present, so let's get it poppin'. Oh, twin Glocks, I pull them, that's Timmy and Tommy. Spin like we making a copy, I'm dripping, I'm clean with these clothes on my body. I'm trying to make me a profit, I turn up my stars taking off like a rocket.
Aight, bitch, I'ma say you was sleeping like bladders, so don't be surprised when I pop in. They say that I'm bugging, I'm watching them shudder, no new residents, I'm just plotting. They trying to shade them and they won't be able, my house paid in full, I do not rent. Get me a Gulliver, lost them, go have to DIY, build him a coffin.
Oh yeah, y'all just some Gulliver, that makes you under me. I am that son on the beach. If he itching for trouble, I swing on a brother. My enemies duck or they flee. Insects, y'all nothing to me. Tell them it's G, they can't even see me. They start playing local, they ain't know the code. So I hit him, my bro, we moving the money. I jump in the dodo.
You was talking, we fly to your wallet, you lucky. This cussy be moving in slow-mo. I pull up with that chopper, my left on that trigger, but I am not taking a photo. Ring bells, yeah, I'm all about a payday. Move work on my island in 8th grade. Got your chick in my crib and she like what she seeing, bitch. I'm finna slide like I'm KK.
Your bitch my playmate, you stuck in game state. We own that chain state, watering can with the drip, bitch I maintain. My bitch is yellow, posted at windows, looking just like Isabella on a vacate. Top trees, put the hardwood in her guts. Iron nuggets in the clip, don't stand around. And crack body bag, going zipper rub. No ceremony for your life when I hammer down. Ay.
Last night boxed my bank account. Ramp up my game, y'all let it down. 2 hits and a wheat beat pecking now. I caught a little buzz out the tree, y'all passing out. Ayy, back to crossing, stack deposits. Mans is flossing when the magic wand with bags are dropping fast. When I'm smashing rocks with axes, cash is maxing. I'm grabbing all
fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it. Type beat. Hey, hey, got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nuts. 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 Let's get it. Slingshot, I'm present, so let's get it poppin'. Oh, twin Glocks, I pull them, that's Timmy and Tommy. Spin like we making a copy. I'm dripping, I'm clean with these clothes on my body.
Okay.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the final week of Makin, our finale. So, I'm Stel, and I'm here with my co-caster.
I'm Clever. Nice to meet all of you.
And we're coming into the first match, being our social media manager Marion versus Kuso.
I've never heard of Kuso before. I'm really looking forward to see how he plays.
I'm gonna do a quick check on him, and let's see what characters he plays. Cloud? Yeah, he plays Cloud. Okay,
and our
Cloud. Okay.
Alright. Right.
Alright. That was production telling us that Kuso plays Cloud. So this is going to be most likely a Cloud versus Greninja matchup.
Yep, and there it is. Alright, I believe the first stage is Pokemon Stadium. Let's get into it. Let's start! Money-making finale. Let's start it off.
Versus Greninja. So, I'm immediately assuming that Marion's going to take the game. Oh, but that's a good up B. Just because he's seated higher.
But you can never be sure. With unknown players like these, you can never be like too
sure.
Too sure, because you never know how, because you never know. Maybe it could be a first tournament, but he could be a god for all we know. And he's showing it right, and he's showing some really good stuff right now. But Cloud off stage, this is a hard one to go. Yeah, he had no jump. I saw it get taken. And it's just hard to recover from. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually... Greninja is really good into sorties. So, this is kind of favorable for Greninja. And it doesn't seem like Kuso knows exactly what to do here.
Oh no, Greninja does extremely well for sorties. He's got such a good edge guard game, as well as just and that's another stock.
Wow, this is brutal.
Yeah, it's tough for Cloud in this matchup. Because Greninja can whiff punish incredibly well, and Greninja can also edge guard Cloud extremely well. It got Hydro Pump, it got down to the ledge. It's a really hard time for Cloud to get back on stage.
Oh wow, that's a good down smash.
However, he's got limit. Let's see what he does with it.
Why did he?
So
the normal thing you do there, to catch the recovering character, is you actually run off the side and then use limit cross slash. The reason. And it's just really good at two-framing. Oh, but Kuso does get the first kill with the down air. Strong hit. Though he's got quite a hill to climb.
Oh, he can... It's definitely possible to make something like this back. If you can catch Marion on his aggression, he'll be able to bring this back. But if Marion keeps the pressure up and is unpredictable with it, then we can see Marion taking game 1 easily. Oh... It just also, barely whiffs across.
Kuso is a really aggressive player, it seems.
He's definitely going in a lot.
And I respect that.
Yeah, he's not really
trying to make these opportunities himself.
He's not really charging a lot of limit. Ooh, a nice parry out the down air. I like that a lot. Oh yeah. He was a little.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he's basing himself a little bit too high from the ledge. I saw what he was trying to do. He wanted to do climb hazard 2 and snap the ledge, but Marion was ready for that with a Hydro Pump, and that's Marion taking game 1.
And then he held it, so he just went straight down.
I know what he was trying to do. I think it was a good idea, but Marion was just ready.
Yeah. Also, I think that looks like he's swapping characters because Marion's not going, but I
They
think
could be
another thing
switching
is that
stages.
as soon as he got sent above stage, he was kind of fucked even if he stopped it, because that's just a free down smash.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he was also in a position where he could snap ledge with climb hazard. If he had just if he had just waited and maybe faded back a little bit, he could have easily just used the hitbox he could have used the grab box of climb hazard to snap the ledge, because as you know, Cloud's up B does not snap the ledge does not snap ledge. But if you do it very close, like at the round the beginning, you will snap ledge.
Yeah, I know. All right, and we're getting toward a second game on Battlefield.
Yes. Classic swordsman counter pick. If the stage isn't banned, almost every sword is gonna take you here. But the thing is,
I
Greninja also
really
gets a
like
lot out of this stage.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yes.
Cloud's climb hazard reaches the top of the stage.
Mhm.
Greninja
And-
gets combo extensions.
They both get, yeah, and Cloud also gets a couple combo extensions as well. If you can chase them with up airs using the platforms, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, so that's probably why Marion didn't ban this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm surprised he has a third limit cross slash. It's about to run out.
15 seconds, was it? Oh, well,
Oh,
there it
there
is.
it
He
is.
actually landed it too.
Mm-hmm. It didn't do much for him, but it got him off stage. But he was expecting Marion to land in front of him, and Marion just went right above him.
But
You gotta
Marion
be
does
ready.
not mess up those confirms.
Oh no, he does not. Marion is a master with this character.
But I am happy to say that Kuso is playing
Mm-hmm.
more confident here.
Yeah, definitely.
He also
Barely
actually was a
good.
good recovery. More.
I like, yeah, like I said earlier, if he had just maneuvered around a little bit like that, his recovery would be a lot better. But it's still really hard. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like the idea he was
I
going
bet he
there.
didn't want limit cross slash. Oh, lucky. I bet he didn't want limit cross slash there. Like, I bet he wanted regular cross slash to stall himself out. Oh, and with the counter hit, Marion's gonna take the second stock.
Yeah, he's very much trying to stall him out there, but Marion taking the stock, and we're seeing him. And right there, we see him when the benefits of battlefield. Cloud can up B and go to the top platform, and it's very difficult to punish.
And also, Marion's been getting these drag downs.
Oh, he do.
Okay.
Oh, but
Kuso lands a raw.
no, sometimes you
raw
just
set.
gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you know.
Oh, and Marion going deep when Kuso went high, allowing him to recover for free.
But he's in a
Is that
delta
it?
position. Can he land? Oh, he's just. Oh, he's
Oh,
waiting.
man.
He's waiting. He's
He
waiting.
knows, he knows he's so scared right now. And so
Oh,
Marion's
no.
just not. Okay, but I think he's out of a lot of Greninja's confirms. I think.
Yeah.
So he will have a harder time unless he lands like a raw aerial.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
nice
he can,
grab.
just get him off stage with and maybe get a forward air like that. That's Greninja's best raw KO move. But yeah, he is out of the percentage where a lot of them like kill confirms work. So he's gonna have to get a raw hit. Either a raw hit
Maybe-
or good edge guard. But Cloud does a lot of damage, so something to keep in mind is that he can very much come back from this. Up throw, not enough.
That's barely not enough. Oh. Oh no, still not enough. Maybe that was a staleness? Oh, actually, no,
He
Cloud's-
did use it. Greninja's up throw isn't too strong, but you can definitely use it.
Oh, that was a good jump. Now Kuso's holding center stage. What's he gonna do with it? Oh, nice.
Wait,
Nice
oh,
limit.
but it's not enough. All right, nice down
Well played, well
smash.
played. Covers the roll, covers neutral get up in that case. He likes to do that, doesn't he? Okay. And Kuzu's actually playing this so well for being so far behind.
Yeah, like I said, Cloud does a lot of
there it is.
damage, but back air, that's it.
Yeah. He was at 214% that had to kill.
Oh no, it was definitely killing. But Good stuff to Marion, winning over Kuso 2-0. Good.
Yeah, Kuso,
Good
you
work
played
by
well
Kuso,
there.
though. Yeah.
Especially since it's kind of a difficult matchup.
Yeah, it's a really hard matchup, but Kuso showing that that even when under pressure, he can still hold it together. Good work.
Where are the polls? Yeah, sorry, our polling guy is playing his set. I'm sorry, mac and cheese.
No worry, just give us some time. We'll get it on.
So, what is the next set that we're going to be watching, actually?
Mm-hmm.
Real scuffed tournament.
Let me just take a look at Smash GG. We'll see which one is flagged for the next set.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like the next set we're going to be having is Gamer versus the Game.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Although it seems like, wait. It seems like that set's already started.
They
it's
could
actually
be. Maybe they didn't see that they were going to be called for bracket. Oh yes, yeah. It seems like there's going to be another set, unless he wants all of Winners Round 2 on stream.
No,
Then-
they're here.
Ah, yes, there
Alright.
it is.
And
So this is going to be Donkey Kong versus Lucario. Ooh,
oh, double low tiers. Oh hey,
not
thanks,
just
Daniel.
not just it's not just double low tiers. This is Donkey Kong hits really hard. Lucario, this doesn't sound like a good match for Lucario, but I bet Gamer must have some answer for this.
Gamer.
No. Okay, this is gonna be really difficult. Their tags are Gamer and the Game. Okay.
Oh dear, you're right. Okay, but I mean, I have to put my money on Gamer. He's shown time and time again that he is just nasty, and yeah, like you said, DK hits hard, and Lucario's a light boy.
Yeah, Lucario is light,
What?
and the thing is, Lucario wants to live to those high percentages so we can take advantage of Aura and Rage, and it's very hard to do that against Donkey Kong because he just kills you so early. So I really want to see how the game can get around Donkey Kong setups and neutral, so that he can take damage, but not too much damage to the point where he dies.
He has to be careful to only get hit by DK's basically his tilts because they aren't that strong. So, maybe exception to up tilt. Oh,
Yeah.
but we're on Town and City.
Town City.
That's high ceiling, close walls, yes.
Yes, high ceiling, close walls. I wonder how they got
This
here.
might be actually pretty good for the game then.
Yeah, because it allows Lucario to live longer, and since a lot of vertical kills are hard to live against, having the higher ceiling can be beneficial, helping him live longer.
Oh, but the game is using his Lucario movement pretty well here.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, nice
Oh,
beer reverse grab.
that's nice. Beer reverse cross up grab.
Oh, just landing with
He
up
just
B.
has
I
no
like
fear.
it.
He
Oh,
has
it
no
scared
fear.
him in the shield.
And it looks like the game knows what he's doing here.
Yeah.
Oh, and with the
Oh, and
side B, he'll kill. Those close blast zones really helping him out here.
Yeah, I did not expect that was gonna kill at all. But I guess it just shows just how much I know about
97%.
Lucario. Let's face it. Yes, 97%. DK does hit pretty hard though. That's why this match can be difficult.
Oh, Gamer misses the back air there. Oh, because Lucario's great airspeed and stuff.
Lucario is a
Oh,
very
and this is-
awkward to combo.
Oh, Gamer keeps letting the game land. Or I guess Hungrybox. Should we just say Hungrybox since that's what it says there?
I'm saying
And
Gamer.
oh my goodness. All right.
I'll take the confusion over saying HBox.
Not a fan.
No, I'm a big fan of HBox. I love HBox. And I'm sure Gamer is too. That's why he rocks his tag.
Possibly. We'll have to ask him.
Oh, down tilt not tripping. The unfortunate life of DK.
Man, I hate it when my down tilt that shouldn't trip doesn't trip. Oh my, nice counter. He knew DK was gonna go for the second. Oh, okay.
But catches the jump in immediately afterwards.
It be like that sometimes.
That's Gamer taking game 1. There's so many games going on. Oh my goodness.
So much mental game.
Yo,
And then
he's
up
playing
smash.
mind games with them.
Okay, well that was not as one-sided as I would have initially assumed.
No, I
think
was honestly surprised at how close it was.
I think if the game can really capitalize on the movement differences between DK and Lucario, then I think he can do really well.
Definitely.
Okay, let's see what stage are we on. In this game 2 of Gamer versus the Game. Okay, FD.
Yeah. I wonder
This definitely-
why Lucario would want to come to FD. Or maybe it's this is an anti DK thing, or maybe the game is just comfortable on the stage.
Yeah, could be. That is one of the stages you get Wi-Fi on.
Hmm.
Oh, and he's just running into him.
Yeah. Can he mash? Yes, he can. Okay.
Oh, but
But
that's
still,
it? No, it's not.
No, not yet. But it's gonna send him off stage. Oh,
Oh,
nice
the
two-frame with the
but
down
he's gonna
tilt.
make it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he got enough aura to make it back? Oh, nice.
If he had a little bit less aura, maybe he would have made it back. But oh, the big reverse
Great
punch
B
though.
reverse.
Big punch. You.
Oh, he actually landed the confirm this time.
Oh, and he waited for it. He knew.
He's got the read.
Oh no.
Please tech.
Oh no, wait.
Please
Can you make it
tech.
back?
Oh, he made it
Oh,
back.
and he teched
Oh,
it.
no,
Oh, but
he
it
stuck to the
doesn't
wall.
matter.
He
It
stuck
just
to the
doesn't
wall.
matter. Oh,
Oh,
Gamer, you're amazing.
he wall clinged because Lucario's got that.
He wall thing, but he still spiked them out of it. Oh, whoa, the
Oh, that
double
was so
aura
close.
charged with the back air? Okay.
Oh, he tech.
Guess the
He
tech.
teched it that time. Nice.
I mean,
Oh wow.
he teched it before, but he got the wall cling afterwards. Side. I wonder why Gamer used side B there.
Couldn't tell ya. Oh wait. Oh
Whoa.
nice. Aura charge in the back air. Nice.
That wasn't just aura charge in the back air. That was double aura charge in the back air. I'm surprised that worked. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm learning things
aura
about
charge-
Lucario today.
I know aura charge in the back air worked.
Yeah, but it didn't that double aura charge into itself would go into back air.
Lucario is a character designed to be a comeback character, so he might be able to pull this out. Oh, well,
No, he's
No,
should
he's-
live. Oh, okay.
okay then. Well, this set goes to Gamer, winning 2-0 over the game.
And now we don't have to
Congratulations,
say
game.
games.
Keep working on it. Gamer doesn't say. Ayo, Gamer though, why doesn't say Gamer versus the game? Because he's Hungrybox right now. That's why, Joe.
Yes.
This is the Hungrybox.
Yeah, this is clearly Team Liquid's very own Hungrybox, as you can see.
And they're just done. Well, both parties played well. GG's, you guys.
Yes, incredible set. Oh, that was honestly that was a blast to watch. I had a lot of fun seeing that set.
That second stock was kind of insane.
Oh, the wall cling though, the wall cling.
That was so
That was-
unfortunate.
Yeah, I know, but
Because
it was so.
Because what? Him, Sheik, and
Diddy?
someone else?
Diddy?
Him, Sheik. Diddy has one?
Yeah, Diddy has a wall cling.
Yeah, okay. So him, Sheik, Diddy, and Greninja have wall clings, I think. Probably more, I don't know. But,
Probably Nor.
if I were to say anything, I guess try to implement that wall cling into your game plan. Also,
Well,
I
I
bet
mean-
he expected to grab ledge. I bet he expected to grab ledge there too.
Yeah,
'Cause he was
the wall cling is
grabbing the
definitely a
ledge with the
misinput.
cling, and that just Not just Smash Ultimate being whack, I'm gonna be honest.
Yes. Oh yes, that happens sometimes. But that's
Okay.
the game we play.
Yeah. June 11th. Either way, our next set is going to be Solo versus Marion.
Yeah, we got
Solo
one
is
solo
an
versus.
Ice Climbers planer. Ice Climbers,
Yes.
yes?
Yes,
Yes.
Ice Climbers. Really good
And
ices too.
versus
I've seen them
Greninja.
play.
Yeah, but they're also ices, so
Yeah, but
you know
the
that
thing is,
character is
but the
probably
thing is,
really
if ices,
dangerous.
but if you get hit once, it's over.
Yeah, true,
So
true.
Marion's gonna have to play extra
Ice,
safe.
yeah, Ices has some insane combos. Plus, they got the freeze, which lets them rack up even more damage.
Side B is really good for approaching. It's just this character actually has a lot of really good tools on top of a devastating combo game.
But and then you take away Nana.
And then suddenly you have a bona fide character.
Yep. But
Well,
that's the fun of
hopefully that
these
doesn't
two.
happen.
All
Huh?
right, let's get into our next game. As of the
All
fun,
right.
that's the fun of those two.
Yes.
Managing two characters and one with mediocre AI. Although Nana does take less damage than Popo.
Oh, does she? I wasn't
Yeah.
aware. I thought she took
I
more.
believe they changed. I believe they changed that in a random patch. I'm pretty sure it was less.
Okay. Well, we don't have the exact stats, but let's get a bit into the game. Oh, the jab block on both of them. Marion starting off strong. Oh my goodness, Trice. No, he's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Wow, okay, that's just impressive. Wait, can he
Man.
not be out of side B? Is that
No,
the-
he can't.
Oh, okay.
I'm off stage on the side B, put you in a free fall.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right, trying to get desync going, but doesn't really get too much off of it. But he's got him in the air. Can he capitalize? No. But just side B to snuff out the Marion's down smash.
Oh, and he waits for the. He's definitely going for the main player first here.
I think he sees them the dangers of just both of them of both of them definitely, but he's absolutely prioritizing Popo over Nana. I'm not sure how Marion is gonna handle that, but it seems to be working out.
Oh, and he just. All right. He just kind of he separated them and killed them instantly. Well played by Marion.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Marion's play is that he's not focusing just Nana, he's focusing both of them, which is a really unique way to approach this matchup. Because most people will just see Nana separated and then immediately target switch to her. But Marion is actually like, he's not trying to separate them, he's actually trying to fight both of them. Is this gonna kill? Oh, it kills Nana, but Popo is still alive. So now we got Sopo.
Yo, Sopo, I believe, but not really.
Sopo can.
But like, I feel like Solo did not get to do anything this game.
No, and that's the thing. Like I've been saying, Marion has just been on an absolute tear, taking game one.
Well played to Marion. Solo can use this data into his next game, though. Maybe he can try and slow down the game a bit with using his little icicles.
Yeah, he was definitely having like a really hard time just slowing down the pace of the match. Marion was kind of all over him the entire time. So maybe Solo will try to he'll try to opt for more from more down B, more or more neutral B. You know, try to control some space and just maneuver around Greninja.
Yeah, that sounds like some kind of plan. Truthfully, I wouldn't know what I wouldn't know what to do if I was in Solo's situation. So
I'm sure that what I said isn't optimal, but it's an idea. I would rather have an idea than no plan at all.
yeah, I get that.
But then
And
again,
our next
Solo
map to
plays
talk
ICs, we do not.
True. I'm pretty sure ICS has like some insane decent combos, but once again, Solo never really got to play his game. So I'd like to see him figure out a way how to do it.
He was definitely showing that he knows how to do these things. He just couldn't get his offense started.
Oh. Okay. Solo defending his Nana.
That's really good. You have to know when to save Nana, because if you don't save Nana, it's such a huge loss.
Yeah, no, that's half your character down the drain. Oh, and he missed what? I guess it doesn't make a difference right now. Oh, good freeze.
Up there?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yes.
He's getting it. He's getting it this time.
See, these are these things that we're talking about. That's a really good. That's a really good kill confirm.
Just snapped a ledge from there. Good up, B. Good up, B. I don't know what. Okay, Nana's down, but it's Sopo. It's all about seeing how much you can just get done, I guess.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, he still has 60% of extra credit on him.
Yeah, he can definitely make this.
And yeah, and you can see he's actually playing like a bit safer now.
He slowed down the base of the match. He has these things going. Oh, but Marion with a quick mash, he can get his D6 set up in time.
At 100%, that's actually really good.
Oh, down to the back
Is
here.
that it?
Oh wait.
Oh
that's
my
Nana.
gosh.
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Oh, Marion.
He
Chill out.
let him live. That's Smash Bros. You can be in the driver's seat at one moment and then just be completely sent to the last moment of the other. Oh, okay. Raw up air.
Yeah, but that's what the risks of playing Ices is that if you can get a single separation, you lose so much of your momentum. It really does hurt you. Even though he's technically in the lead, it's losing a Nana at any point on any of your stocks is huge.
Oh, he's
Hey, is this a spike setup? Oh, he tried. He tried.
He just got 73% from one combo. That's actually insane, though.
I know he didn't finish it, but still the damage.
It also seems like short battlefield is just a better stage for him. Small battlefield.
Down to see what they do.
Oh,
no,
is that
he's
it?
been missing this. He's been missing
You
the
gotta
text
tech
on the
those.
jab block. He's been. I don't think he checked a single one of the jab block setups.
I think that's just not knowing the Greninja matchup.
Teching against the Greninja is just so vital, though.
Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty deep. I've played Marion a bunch, so I know how to tech those. But if you're not prepared for it, you just won't.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But well played to Solo.
Oh no, definitely. He had a lot of good moments. He's definitely getting some good momentum, but Marion just kept the pressure on. He just kept going and going, and eventually he just ran away with it.
So in chat, Solo is saying that he tried to tech, and I will raise you one up with
Yes.
Smash Ultimate Online.
You love Smash
Teching
Ultimate Online.
Yeah. Offline, I think that would go a bit. I think it would have been a bit easier to tech offline.
Oh no, absolutely. Like whenever I play against some Greninjas, I always try to tech those jab block setups, and it's really difficult, even when you know the timing, because online can really screw around with your timing that much. Like I'll get it about 50% of the time.
True.
And sometimes you can just miss every single time, and that's just, like I say, that's the game we play.
Rise. But Solo, you still played really well, and I saw glimpses of some nasty Ices gameplay. So you know. And you also have this match to see, to look back on and look like, okay, what did I do wrong here? What did I do right here? You did really well that game when you actually slowed the pace down. So I think you have a better idea on what you need to do. So keep it up. That's what I'm
Yes,
gonna say.
definitely.
And let us see what our third match is. It looks like it's gonna be the winner of. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be whoever wins against Jams versus Icarus. Oh no, it's actually just gonna be. Is it gonna be VenomFang versus Marion instead?
It might be. That's what I'm thinking. They might also put Raiko or Fiend on stream. They're also very good players. Raiko playing the Shulk. Shoutouts to Raiko.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So
big
that
thanks
means
to production there. Uh,
we'll have Arceus, a Robin player, up against either Wi-Fi Rob, a Rob player, of course, and Icarus, a Pit player. Well, not Dark Pit player, because Dark Pit is
he plays one of the
awesome.
pits. He plays the pits. Oh, and
Dark.
actually, he beat LeBrian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So Icarus actually beat LeBrian, and he plays both pits because they're
You
what are
might
they
as
called?
well.
Echoes. Yeah, you might as well.
They have slight differences, and one and depending on the matchup, one is better over the others. Having both of them, playing both of them is actually really good. You don't need to like play a single character. If you have a different, if you have the tools on another character to do what you need to do, you should do it. And who knows, maybe Dark Pit's side B and arrows are more beneficial in certain matchups.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it being more beneficial against Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that went to game 3. Bryant versus Icarus.
Mm-hmm.
Going on to Icarus versus Wi-Fi Rob, also known as Jams for those who don't know. Wi-Fi Rob is Jams.
Yes,
So
incredible Rob player. One of the best players in Ontario as a whole. Just really solid player.
yeah, so if I had my bets on anyone between Icarus and Wi-Fi Rob, I'd have to put my money on Wi-Fi Rob. And then Rob versus. So what would you think about Rob versus Robin?
Rob versus Robin. Oh man, I know a thing or two about Robin, but it's imagined that I'm honestly having a lot of trouble just visualizing because it feels like because Robin definitely has the aerials to like meet to definitely beat out Rob in the air, but I'm imagining just on the ground, Rob definitely wins the projectile game and the boxing game. So it depends on how. So I think it would be a matchup that depends on how much you can force Rob into the air for Robin, and Rob would definitely want to try to use landing aerials or projectiles to keep Robin locked down because Robin does have a lot of out of shield game.
Also, it seems like pairing's going to be really vital on either side because parrying sorties is just kind of how you beat them, and Robin is technically a sortie.
Yes.
Oh, yep, and you can see Wi-Fi Rob beat Icarus 2-0.
So we're gonna be having
Robin versus
Jams.
Rob.
Oh man, first the games and now we got Robs.
At least we could just say Icarus and Jams.
I know. At least we can say their names. I mean, yes, we can just say Arceus and Jams, but like, it's Rob versus Robin. Their names don't sound too similar. We're getting all of these similar names. It's crazy.
Right, so now we're just. Oh, Arceus is in.
That's
Now we're
our
just waiting for.
Jams. Okay.
Already been an hour?
Actually, I don't mind staying around a bit longer. Yeah, I'll I'll do this last set and then I'll go grab something. Then I'll make this my last set for a bit. Then when you need me, just bring me back. All right.
Then I guess I'll commentate for a bit longer after. Oh, and Jams is in. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay,
Ah.
like this. Ah, and he's running the white mage shirt outfit. I like it.
Yeah, I like this all act too, actually.
The one thing I really like about tournament or arenas is that you can actually just stick on your character. You can also stick on the color.
Yes. Except for the rare time where it'll give you Mario randomly. Remember that glitch? How sometimes you can just select the character and then it'll give you Mario for no reason?
I do not. Probably wasn't playing consistently back then.
Oh no, it still happens today.
Oof.
Yeah. Alright, and that's game 1 going to...
Yeah, but game 1 going to Jam. Damn. Didn't
I'm
even put up a fight.
I'm sorry, I had to make the joke, okay?
I respect it. I respect it. Everyone does it at least once. Okay, and it looks like they're deciding on the stage. I'm guessing they're gonna pick something like I feel like FD, if they wanted to play around projectiles, because I could see both players wanting to do that. But I'm betting it's gonna be PS2 or something.
Yeah, probably gonna start PS2. I could also see a Battlefield start. Battlefield is a really good stage for Robin too, and Rob. So honestly, these characters don't really have like any stages that they don't want to go to. So I think it's gonna come down to mainly preference.
I feel like the stages they don't want to go to are like the same stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was Rob, I probably wouldn't want to go to Town and City, because that just seems like it's way easier for Robin to get the kill
Yeah.
with back throw and stuff. Which killing back throw Robin does have.
Well, he does have it, but Robin has so many other ways to kill you. Like he's got Arc Thunder. Like he has Arc Thunder, Arc Fire. He has item setups that are really strong. This character has a million ways to kill you.
And we have started our match, and you guys saw right there, Robin got a good combo, double arc fire off. Now I'm making the mistake. He got a double arc fire off into an up smash right out the gates.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like his decision to. And I'm liking Arky's decision to not pick up Gyro. It's really interesting to see.
I think he'd just rather have his sword.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but gets back on stage aggressively. I like it.
I think that was Jams waiting to see what he did there, and then just not considering, hey, I'm just gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and okay, that's interesting. He can actually use Jams can use Gyro to block L Thunder. Makes sense. And we got a fully charged Thorin.
Oh, Mary, you're
Nice.
you're not muted. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, back to the game. Jam's taking the first. Wait, no, not Jam. Arky's taking the first stock.
Yeah,
now
he got the L5 at ledge to Thorin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he almost had.
He's got the
really
weapon
good combo.
discard.
Yes. He almost had the loving discard double up there.
I always want to see Robin players do cool stuff with their discards, but like half the time, it just won't work. Also, apparently, those books are surprisingly good at killing.
Yes. Oh no. Smash thrown books are really strong. They kill really early.
Robin beats them with the power of knowledge. It makes perfect sense.
Mm.
Oh,
What is
wow.
a roll back to a sorcerer?
Wow. Only L-Fire, everybody. Only L-Fire will actually detonate no matter what. And, technically, Arsene Iha.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a big brain character, and I appreciate it so much. Whereas Rob is also pretty big brain. Like, I feel like people hate Rob so much, despite the fact that he does take a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
I think it's
he
more
just air
so.
camps.
Yeah. Or sometimes he just kills you at 0.
I remember seeing him do that against Gamer. Oh, nice jab.
Yeah, gets him off him. Robin's jab, not great, but it does have its uses. That's a really hard position to get back from. Oh, I like it the high Elwind to get back to stage. Yeah, up smash. Yep, there we go.
Nice. And
like I said, Robin has a ton of ways to kill.
Yeah, true. And Arceus is also in the driver's seat of this game.
He's been
Assuming
in
that he doesn't
control.
get.
No,
Oh, good timing the mash.
I think he delayed mash there just to throw off James' timing. Yeah, we can still see the
Yeah, we
stream.
can see this here.
Game near, send him off stage. Arceus has to land.
Oh wow, we're getting
Ooh, that-
just the tail. Unfortunately, the tail is like the weakest point.
But still send him back off stage, and he still has this amazing juggle going. Jams hasn't been able to land for a long time.
Yep, and the more Jams is being delayed, the more he gets his recharge back. Oh, well, he got everything back since he died. Oh,
Oh,
he missed the second Hellfire.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. If he landed that, it would have been game, I think.
Yeah, because double arc fire into 11 up air, that would definitely kill this percent.
Oh,
Up
nice.
smash? Yep, that's it.
Well played, well played. Are we gonna see the first upset?
I mean,
Arceus taking that very confidently.
yeah, it looked super convincing. It was just really good play all around. James is gonna have to make some major adjustments on this one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. Also, I definitely think that Arceus was able to make use of Pokemon Stadium's size better,
Yes.
and it looks he also did. He also pressured with projectiles a bit better.
Mhm.
Which
James
is kind
couldn't-
of what
yeah,
Robin's projectiles are for. To be fair.
I mean, Robin still has really strong zoning anyway, so you can technically like use them to the zone, but they're more for setups, which is true. But you can definitely zone with them.
And we're actually on FD here. It's the smallest game in the PS2, so Rob should have an easier time to get in. But now he's gonna absolutely have to interact with the projectiles.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're seeing that he's just trying to roll away when Hellfire gets put on your shield, because that's just a free grab if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. You have to roll or spot dodge out of the situation. You don't want the last finisher of arc fire to clip you. And up smashed. Yep, that's first stock.
He's so good at landing those. He's just so good at landing those. Straight up. Oh, and he's also DIing the Rob up air correctly.
I know. Yes, I noticed that actually. He knows how to DI Rob up air.
He just
Yeah, he's
Arceus is
just
kinda-
super comfortable in this matchup actually.
Man, they probably played before.
Most likely. Because this
Oh,
is
maybe-
very. Oh, is that? Oh, I thought he was gonna die.
Oh, did he go right through Rob? He went right through the knock.
I think he did.
He went right through him. That's insane.
Oh, catching with the upper, almost killing. Jams needs to take off this stock quickly. He doesn't want to lose his second stock without taking Arceus' first. Back air. Arceus not falling for the bait.
No, Arceus is just chilling out ledge, which is kind
Yeah,
of a
he
scary
knows
place
that he
be,
doesn't have to
honestly.
approach. He doesn't have to force the situation right now if he doesn't have to. So he's just kind of hanging back, playing safe, letting his opportunities come to him.
Oh, nice nair by Jams. Gonna take the first. Gonna take the first stock. He's a bit behind and
Down smash. Oh boy.
smash. Down smash at ledge. That move is really good at ledge.
Oh, it covers so many options too. It kills really early, and it's surprisingly difficult to punish.
There's a reason why 11 Sword is called aerial smash attacks.
Exactly.
Okay, but he's out of 11, and Rob does have an advantage here. Let's see what Jams can make of this. Because, like, I've seen Jams. Jams is pretty nasty.
Oh yes. Jams can definitely like bring this back. I want to see how he does it though, because right now it seems that RC is just all over him. Oh, he predicted him Jams coming in, but misspaced the arc fire slightly.
Unfortunate, but why and Jam I think Arceus did ledge jump fair like 4 times in a row, and Jam's got hit by it every single time. Oh, that was clean.
That was
That
amazing.
was just clean. Arcee's taking it 2 over Jams.
That's our first major
Yeah.
upset of the day. Incredible play from Arceus.
That was clean, dude. And I can see LeBryant cheering for Arceus in the chat. Let's go. Oh yeah, Arceus is also Brampton. Completely forgot that. But yeah, well played to both competitors. Though Arceus came up first this time.
Yes. He really knew the Rob matchup. I was surprised to see that. Because Rob versus Robin is not a matchup you see played often. So I was
Very common
honestly
characters.
really curious to see how it would go. And yeah, Arceus surprised me there. I was very impressed.
Another thing I feel like we didn't talk about was Arceus' use of movement. Because I feel like I just wasn't paying nearly enough attention to it.
Oh no, his movement was absolutely amazing. He was the Mabir versus using Arc Fire and L Thunder to move around. Even the up B usage was really good because you notice a lot of the time he would up B and he would go past the ledge, but he would go straight forward. He wouldn't go straight up because he knows that if he goes straight up, he's more likely to get punished. And since he was always going straight forward, he didn't get punished nearly as hard, which is really good when you factor in the risk reward. I can go a bit long. I'll go a bit longer. You know what? Maybe I'll just stay. Who knows? So our next match is going to be VenomFang versus Marion.
Oh, this is
Ooh,
gonna be interesting.
yeah, this is going to be a really interesting matchup. We got two very aggressive characters. We're going to see a lot of scrapping, unless Marion decides to take it a bit slower. Which I imagine would be really good because playing really lame against Terry, it shuts him down completely. If Marion can just stay calm, pick his spots effectively, then he's well. But if VenomFang can get in, it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah, Terry definitely likes it when you try and Unga Bunga him. Because he can Unga Bunga you better, in most cases.
Yes.
But we're going to this first game on PlayStation Pokemon Stadium 2.
Mm-hmm.
And let's
Pretty
see what
average
happens.
starting.
I like this stage. It's probably my favorite non-battlefield stage.
I think my favorite stage is still FD, but that's a personal thing. Oh. And they're both playing really really safe. Marion is doing what I expected. He's not trying to force the situation because look what happens when you get close to Terry. 74%. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think this stems from the last time. So firstly, good stock VenomFang. From the last time these two played, because Marion was going in and VenomFang was just like, no you.
Mm-hmm.
That game was kind of a stomp, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A jab power dunk, love to see it.
Mm.
And this game's
Classic.
also really going VenomFang's way.
Yeah, the thing is that Marion is behind, so he can't play as safe as he wants to. He has to make up the difference somehow. Because of that, drag down again. Oh, but take the platform, incredible.
The platform fell down. Well done.
That's actually one of the best situations he could have get because Marion was probably saw the platform tech, and he recognized it. But since he fell off, he was able to avoid any kind of setup. and afterwards he got the stock as well.
Yeah, no, Marion tilted in the wrong direction. Oh, and goes online for the first time in the match. Marion tilted in the wrong direction sometime in between that tech and the last stock. Oh, and that's it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I would assume that's where you really want to catch him out. That's where you really want to catch Terry out off stage, simply because that off B is kind of not the greatest.
It
I
kind
would
of
say.
doesn't snap ledge, but Terry has a lot of ways to mix how he gets back. So, while Terry's recovery isn't great, he has options to get back.
Yeah, he has side B.
Yeah, side B, he has down B. He has a real lot of good options. He's got
also goes
backside B,
Yeah.
backside B, or as we call it, quarter circle back kick.
What do we call it?
It's called, well, technically,
like
it's a back, yeah. Oh, it just runs past him.
I like that landing on stage right there. And look at that, he's already managed to take stage back.
Then gets bird knuckled back to the other side of the stage. Now Marion's got to get back on. Oh, auto turnaround. Is he dead? Yeah, that's
Wow,
it.
from across the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was DIing out and down. I feel like he could have lived that, but I don't remember how strong Power Dunk is. Either way.
Strong. But that's
For
still
first game
game one
goes
going to
to
VenomFang.
VenomFang. The question is, what will Marion do to adapt in this case?
Like I saw, we saw at the beginning of the set, Marion definitely has the right idea of playing it slowly, trying to pick his spots. But VenomFang was just all over him. He was getting around getting around Shuriken really well. Because of that, Marion couldn't really zone Terry out. So I'm not sure how he wants to adapt to this. Maybe start pressuring with down tilt. What is this?
Oh, he's just trolling. Don't worry. They'll swap back. They'll swap back. Oh, is he doing it? Is he doing it? Yeah, I fucking do it. That would have. I would have said easy 3 stock of my life.
Okay, I don't think it would have been that free. I've
would've.
heard Marion's Icy is kind of nice, but I've just never seen it, so I wasn't sure. And I don't think pulling it out against VenomFang is the best decision.
No, it is absolutely not. And we're actually going back to PS2 for this game. So, not blaming the stage, I think that Marion should probably try and take a more bait and punish approach against Terry.
Yeah, like I said before, try to force him in with shurikens, bait out him, bait up the crack shoots and the burning knuckles, and just try to keep him out. And run Greninja's offense that we know him for. Oh, missed the jab, but still picks it up.
He missed the jab, actually.
Yeah, but he picks it up afterwards, so it's not a problem.
Oh, and he spot dodged. I think he didn't realize he was SDIing out, actually. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
He didn't get hit by the first hit. Oh, yep, that's gonna take the stock. That's gonna...
Parry jab.
He's already
Rising
playing better than last.
Yeah, no, he's definitely cleaned up. He's adapted to how VenomFang's playing, and now he's playing a much more solid game. Oh no, that happens. He must be using a A for all of the for command inputs.
Oh yeah, maybe.
He was probably doing like quarters to go forward A, so he could get burned knuckle, and he got him and he got the DB push instead, which gave him power dunk. Oh, but nice conversion.
Oh, is that gonna be another stock?
No,
yeah,
not
Marion's
yet.
playing a lot better this game. He's playing a lot safer. He's playing a lot safer overall, and it's paying off. But that will be the stock. Jab, power dunk. Oh, I like the air dodge away. Oh, but now he's got go, and I've always got to be aware of go.
He has to he has to start jumping a bit less now.
Oh, is that it?
Shouldn't be. Oh,
damn!
I didn't think he was dead. Okay.
Yeah, no, I did. Those moves are so strong, actually.
You know what? I play a heavy. That's probably why I thought he wasn't dead.
Possibly. But Greninja's, I know he's
Greninja-
below 90. He's lightweight, I believe.
Yes, he's right. Yeah, he's not like the lightest character, but he's still really light.
So, not with that attitude, God of Arceus. Gospel of Arceus. Wait, is that Arceus?
Yeah,
Gospel of Arceus?
I
Or
think
is that a
that's
fan?
Arceus.
I don't know, maybe he has fans. Like, I saw that play, I'd be a fan. In fact, I am a fan. I'm an Arceus fan.
Yo, me too. I just love seeing Robin play, actually. But still, VenomFang taking it 2-0 over Marion. Good stuff to VenomFang. Let's see who we have next.
That's our, what, our second or third seed?
Yeah,
Believe?
I believe VenomFang is second or third seed.
Yeah, VenomFang is literally second seed. And, well, you all saw why. He's kind of nasty.
He's very talented. Great plays.
Steve Fishy with the bruh in the chat. Alright, let's see. What is our next set? I do not know, but I would assume it is either going to be... Oh! Gamer versus VenomFang?
Oh, okay then. All right, guys. I'm gonna be signing off for a bit. I will be back soon. Thank you for having me here. Stella. It was great commentating with you. I'll see you
Yeah,
around.
it was fun.
Yeah, just call me back.
Oh, sure. Man, I was actually right. Oh, commentate one more time. One more. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so it looks like that's the end of my time here, but it was fun, and it looks like the next match you guys are going to be seeing is either Arceus versus the winner of Toad and Raikou, or Hungrybox v VenomFang.
I think we're gonna do VenomFang Hungrybox.
Okay. That actually, that sounds like such a sick matchup, actually, because both of those players are really good, and they're in, I believe. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out so that TV Fish can get in.
Wait, hold up. The
And-
game he's actually playing It's actually playing Lucario. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no,
I thought he was. I thought he was gonna go Palu. That's what I was like thinking down.
his Lucario was actually like,
It's really good. Yeah, his Lucario is
Yeah.
good. His Palu's
Good.
a bit bashy. I don't like it, but it's very good stuff.
oh, Paolo can mesh. All right, I'm gonna head out now. And TV Fish, please come in. I had a great time commentating, so thanks.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, it looks like it's gonna be solo commentary for me. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do. Hello everyone. My name is Daniel. Just got eliminated. Whatever. That's good. That's what I get for playing too much Valorant. Like all this stuff, all this most stuff is missing up. Alright, I'm gonna, now that I'm here, the good thing is I can like run predictions and stuff. It's pretty good.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello, hello. Yo, is that Marion?
How's your tournament run?
Oh wait, what's not? Oh okay. Oh okay. So I was muted before. Oh, okay. It went alright. I got destroyed and I served it. You don't play much of the game, so the serve getting destroyed. Like a lot of these people actually grind tourneys and stuff, so I don't deserve taking a top 8 spot over them.
This tourney's stacked too, so like.
I mean, yes, but like I went down too early.
Ah, okay.
Like
Yeah,
all my
I'm looking-
matches were
yeah.
winnable. Yeah. It's not like I lost versus like the 1 seed and the 2nd seed, you know.
Yeah. What about that RCS Jam? Did you watch that? Jesus Christ, bro.
I was trying to watch it because Sassy took like a long time design for stages. Because I banned FD and Kalos versus Pikachu. It's like, wow, you're pretty good at banning. It's like, well, you're Pikachu. It's like, what else am I supposed to ban?
Yeah. Pikachu, you gotta
Oh,
blind
no.
dead flat ones. Especially
Kalos
Kalos.
for sure.
Can't give him wall
Yeah,
jump with
FD
T-Jolt wall ride.
Yeah. Kalos is an instant ban, and then the second ban is up to you, depending on the matchup. But like, a lot of times I think it's gonna be FD,
Yeah.
because Pikachu, like, you have no platforms to escape from Pikachu. So it's like he gets one touch on you, it's like 80% if you don't have anywhere to escape.
And onto the set, it's pretty even so far.
Yeah. I mean, both of these competitors are just like, I don't know. It's like they just go like right from the start. Oh wait, hold up, ding dong. Oh, the air dutch. Imagine it.
Oh, that's it, right? Wow.
Yeah, no, that's it. That was interesting.
That was an like
I
Venfang
feel
just stood there.
Yeah, he just stood there. Yeah, he just took it.
Oh, more up
And
airs.
now Gamer's probably just gonna run up with the momentum right now. Yeah, because he just stood there.
Yo, Hungrybox going in.
Let's go, Hungrybox.
Yo. I was gonna say I had VenomFang winning this, but you know, let's go Hungrybox, bro. Put respect on his name.
It all depends on what VenomFang is thinking of. Like for starters, if I were VenomFang, I was like, you know, this game never happened. Just this game never happened. That was a fast game.
Or 3 stock, sorry, my bad, bro.
That was a fast game. Yeah, even VenomFang, like, this game never happened. Run it back.
The game wins data.
Actually, right now, I would say just run it back. Just press A, run it back, and it never happened. Monkey go hard. Alright, well...
He's got it.
Is that TV Fish in commentary?
Yes, it is. So we
Alright.
got, I guess this is winner semis here, Gamer and VenomFang. 2 of the strongest players we've seen throughout all of money making.
Game 2. Game 1 lasted 18 seconds. Like, Gamer destroyed him. Alright,
You know, it's certainly an explosive matchup. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
one of
to say the
those.
least.
It's one of those matchups where both opponents really need to get in each other's face to do the big damage.
Alright,
Like,
jab,
your
jab,
DK
power dunk.
You gotta sit, you know, you can't just sit away all the time. Well, that would have been a beautiful down air.
Alright. Ooh, alright, we got the combos of VenomFang. Alright, the classic combo. Up air into rising tackle. Cheese? No.
Great tech.
VenomFang got attack.
Wow, that was, you know what, that was the best option he could have had right there from the shield pressure to armor through. A power dunk, not taking this stock, but at 150, I think one more is going to be enough to do it. And a burn knuckle taking the first stock of game 2.
Alright, sweet. Also, something to note is that I realized the timer is at 8 minutes. Not like it really matters so much. But
In a matchup like this, you wouldn't really expect it to go
yeah.
to time.
no, yeah, like it's not gonna go to time. So it's no big deal. And now VenomFang got the nice ghost sauce right here. I wonder where he's gonna. No, he just armored through the down B.
Armoring through the entire hand slap with a Buster Wolves is beautiful, and so is that conversion. What a clapback so far from VenomFang. After
the
game 1
opposite of
not
game
really
one.
going his way. And yep,
Yeet.
there you have it.
The Amazon Prime delivery.
Right to your doorstep.
All right, we got conversions.
Good damage. You know, it's not always about like the super flashiest combos. VenomFang just getting all the damage that he needs. The simple stuff, the down throw,
Just a-
up air rising tackle, jab power dunk. That's all you really need. At 80%, it only takes 1 or 2 more of these before he's dead.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. He just jacked through the whole thing.
I was certainly not expecting that at all.
Ooh, okay. That was actually Gamer could have gone there for the spike. So something to note is that VenomFang doesn't go for the fully charged rising tackle all the time. So the gamer can like take the opportunity to actually spike him. Like he doesn't do the one with the where the legs are intangible.
But missing the tech right there. It's always a scary mix-up because you don't know if you have to keep mashing or if you got to be ready for the tech early. But can he bring this back? Oh, that was really dangerous, but he jumps right into the rising tackle. He's still alive at 191%. That hand slap could have spelled some doom there from VenomFang, but he's still in this. He really has to be careful. The rising tackle.
That's gonna do it.
Take it, game 2. Well, this is certainly the kind of matchup, not only between characters, but between players that I would expect. You have Donkey Kong and you have Terry, 2 characters that you really kind of think are brawler type of characters, and they're really just getting all up in each other's business.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't think there's nothing else to that. It's just like whoever gets the first blow, it's gonna go ham on the opponent.
Exactly. That's why neutral is very, very important. And you notice there from VenomFang, he's kind of taking it slow at first, at the very least with neutral. Not really committing too hard. He's kind of letting Gamer, or if you'd like to call him by the name that he listed, Hungrybox, waiting for him to approach first. But VenomFang getting some damage already. Oh, that was not a good shield drop there.
Alright, we got the Gamer Classic. The down B, like B reverse. Missing it. I think like people are starting to call out Hungrybox on his like down B reverses because he does it so much that I feel like people are like already expecting like preemptively shielding.
You know what? But he's still landing it. And is this a PDKO?
Yeah.
No, that was an interesting mix-up. He jumped to make it look like he wanted a PDKO, but instead he goes off and throws him against the stage. That was a really cool mix-up. Was totally not expecting that.
Alright, we got less situation. Alright. Oh,
Dangerous air dodge there.
Oh no, VenomFang could have actually seal the stuck right there, but he just missed the edge guard.
Good tech. Oh, let's see this time. It doesn't make that
missed
one.
the tech.
You know what? It's a worthy sacrifice because now he's up an entire stock, and if he's gonna live to 200 like he did in the last game, I think he's in good hands for himself.
Oh no! Oh no! This is
Racking
dangerous.
up lots of damage here. All right, that's
Alright,
one power down.
30%.
30%.
Not bad. Here comes another one.
Another one. 61%. Wow!
Parry, give me another one.
Great parry.
Oh, okay, got the grab. Oh, that could have been a stock, but he barely misses.
That would have been a really nice finish there. But
Is that
calling
it?
out the jump. Wow, we're at last stock here. Even though it's 84 on the board, doesn't matter. I think anything is really possible here, and a hit. Not
Wait,
doing
he's
it.
still alive.
The KO screen's a liar.
He has go. He has go. This is dangerous. Hold up. Oh, he missed it down tilt.
All right, the power dunk bringing him to 48%. Any conversion into a super could really do it. Up to Power Geyser, but that's not it. All it takes is one more.
That's it.
The
That's it.
Buster Wolf.
No,
that's
wait, this game is a lie.
Oh, when will it end? Is that it? Misses the Buster Wolf.
Power Geyser. He misses.
Oh my gosh! Now he's
Wait,
off
he has
stage.
no
He's
jump?
way far.
No, wait, no, he saved his jump.
And a
This
back
back
air.
The stinky foot did it.
The giant boot. Getting the Tims in the face. And Gamer taking the set 2-1. That just makes your heart pound. Wow. So many false finishes. So many small bits that really could have spelled doom for the other player, and they just didn't. Totally what you'd expect from both these players.
That was a game.
What I find with Gamer is that he tends to do a lot of things repetitiously. He'll do a lot of the hand slaps. He'll, jump a lot in neutral. But I remember talking to him before about this, and he was telling me, he'll keep doing it until his opponent proves that it's not worth doing. And
Yeah,
that's totally fair.
like-
You keep seeing him land these hand slaps because the opponent's just not catching him for it. So once they start
broke them.
beating him out for doing it, he'll stop doing it. But yeah, what an intense set. This tournament, as you'd expect for a finale, has been crazy. We saw Jams lose his first set out of any of the York U tournaments he's ever entered. That's his first loss in a set. And that's ridiculous.
Shout out to Arceus for doing it. Arceus? Sorry, Arceus.
It's to Arceus, yeah, who's also facing Toad. Toad making some waves today. Beating Enemy and Raikou. He's looking pretty good. And that's all with Pokemon Trainer. I've seen him play a multitude of characters, but the trainer is the tried and true, the one that he's got all the chips in.
For sure.
So I'm glad this tournament...
The last set was so explosive that I didn't even run predictions. Hold up, let me do that real quick for this one. Scamming everyone.
It'll be also really interesting to see the losers bracket, because you have Jams down there, you have VenomFang down there waiting on the same side. Like, it is a death pool out there.
Yeah, losers is a death pool. Like since losers round 2 all the way to like literally grands. It's like you have to really make your way through. Like it really is not like one of those big journeys where like you get like all like the first few rounds is a bunch of easy matches and you have to wait until like round 5 or 6 or like even 7 until you actually get like a decent opponent. In our tourneys, from the very start, like you actually get some very decent opponents. So
it's honestly a very stacked tournament and a very stacked tournament series. You've been seeing these matches, these crazy intense matches since round 1 every single time. It's crazy. So as for Arceus and Toad, I'm really interested to see more of Arceus because he put on a fantastic show against Jams, just doing such a great job at landing the kill confirms when he really needed them and just staying alive forever and ever. It was fantastic play on his part.
Yeah, a bit of a note on Arceus, I suppose, that I love the fact that it's not necessarily like he wins because, oh lol, like my opponent has to know the matchup. No, like I realize that people do know how to play against Robin. Probably also like that's a Smash for experience, but people like a lot of people surprisingly know how to play against the character. Like have a very general idea on how to play against it. So it's not like he's getting away with like people just not knowing the matchup completely. Like he's actually doing really good.
Robin certainly is a rather uncommon character both today in Ultimate and back in Smash 4. But when you watch Arceus, you can tell that he's not playing just to win from matchup and experience. You can tell he knows what he's doing with Robin. He knows everything he needs to do. You could tell there is a lot of character proficiency with this player. And that's awesome. And you could see that, another example is Mac and Cheese. People say, oh, I don't know what to do against Little Mac, but he's a really, really good Little Mac. And I think it's the same case here.
Yeah, Mac and Cheese is just like a really good player. The same here with Arceus. Like Arceus is really good.
Exactly.
I suppose I'm gonna do a bit of a bracket update for the loser sites for a little bit since we're still waiting here. Joester and Enemy are playing right now in losers. We have one Solo and Sassy 1-1 right now, and the winner of that will have to face against Jams. We got Raikou in the game with a 1-1 right now as well in their set. And all the matches I just mentioned, it's to get into top 8 from the loser side of things. So very interesting.
The final losers round there for 9th is also Marion versus Tantako.
Yep, and that's gonna be on stream.
Looking forward to that one, certainly. Meanwhile, we got Toad versus Arceus. This one's gonna be great. I can tell with how Toad's run has gone, just from seeing the fact that he beat Enemy and Raikou, you can tell like he's totally on it right now. Going Falco game 1. You know what? I can understand this. Oh, is it a lag test? Totally understandable. However, I think Falco might be a good idea here because Robin is so projectile based. He's throwing everything in the kitchen sink, and everything in his house at you. And not only does Falco have that reflector, but he kicks it out. So it's essentially a projectile, also a reflector.
This does not look like a Lactus. Oh no, it is. It is.
No,
Lactus.
yeah. I don't think. I think Toad's confused. Like I said though, I think Falco might be a good pick. Toad's Falco, from what I've seen, is actually very, very aggressive. However, I do think maybe that's the idea here.
I think I just Toad. Like the player, yeah. His Falco is super aggressive.
You don't see much of the lasering, you don't see much of that kind of stuff. However, I do think if he's going to get in on Robin, throwing that reflector at all the projectiles, I think he might really make Arceus have to really work for it here. So game number 1 on Battlefield. Let's see how it's going to play out. We have Toad quickly getting all the way up in Arceus' grill, but Arceus getting some good damage. It's always scary now that he has the Levin sword out. You do not want to get hit by that ever.
Yeah, you died so early. That's dead. I really like the reflector usage by Toad, just like playing back and just reflecting any projectiles.
Exactly. It allows him to play at whatever pace he wants. If he's up in Arceus' face, that's exactly what he wants as Falco to combo him. However, if he wants to sit back and do nothing, he can just start throwing out the reflector to counter any projectile.
Alright, so we have no Lemon Sword for Arceus right now, so he will have to wait a little bit for it. Ooh, that was a risky dash attack that Toad does not punish. I think Toad doesn't know that it's unsafe on shield.
There you go, an up tilt bear. Oh, nice edge guard. I don't think that's it, but he saves him with the up B. How unfortunate, but an up smash is taking that stock anyway.
Alright, we got Toad taking the early lead right here, and he can just run away right now with it. I don't see a reason why he should just keep pushing forward, and well, he does, and he pays for it.
That's all it takes. That's one of the scariest things about Robin is how many confirms are going to come out of that arc fire and how far it goes. That's something they buffed a very long time ago, and it really helped a lot.
Also, something to notice,
sword in hand.
I wonder if he's gonna do any tricks. Ooh, all right.
He's dribbling like it's basketball. Get this guy in the NBA. That was great. There you go. There's that reflector coming into play for Toad. Let's see this conversion. 2 up tilts, making some pretty good damage there, but he has to be careful. That Levin sword back air almost taking the stock.
Oh, he had no arc fire. So he just let Toad take it for free on stage. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, just a slight mismanagement of the resources. Jumping away from that arc fire. Good move from Toad. But at 125, this is really dangerous. That reflector certainly helped out, and the arc fire popping him up into the Thoron. Arceus is up 2 stocks to 1.
One thing I wanted to know though is that while reflector does a really good job, the main way to deal with arc fire is not really the reflector. It's that was almost huge. It's actually a disjoint, like a sword, like because then you can clank with it, just outright just win against a move. But Falco doesn't really have any disjoints, so he relies completely on his reflector. And if Arceus reached that, like we saw earlier in Old Edge, he could get it stuck.
Well, that was quite a nice conversion there from Toad, but it's still not enough net. 160.7%. Can Toad stop the bleeding here? Because if you're at 71 and Arceus gets that Levin sword back, you're in a very rough spot.
Yeah, this is not gonna do it as well. Wait, what? Oh,
that's the laser from the up throw finishing off Arceus' talk.
I'm pretty sure Arceus could have still moved. I'm pretty sure like the laser doesn't connect at high percentage.
Yeah, I think that may be a DI related thing there, but regardless, it is at even stocks here. And you know what?
Wait, hold up.
Good combo here from Toad.
Ooh,
37% out of 1 string. Ouch! That's one of the riskiest spot dodges. You gotta watch out for that sword coming back down. Oh no! You know what? I totally thought that was it. But once again, the arc fire and Thoron. That seems like a really rough situation to be in because you're on ledge and that arc fire is coming down. So if you stay on ledge for too long, it's popping you right up into the Thoron. So perhaps Toad might have to stall out there a little bit. Falco has an extremely high double jump, so if he drops off ledge, he might be able to wait out the Thoron there, especially now that Arceus knows Toad is going to wait on ledge, so he'll throw out that Thoron with a specific timing. Toad should take note of that.
For sure, for sure.
Now, I don't know too much about, you know, what the best stage picks for Robin are. I felt the battlefield might have been a little bit favorable for Toad because a lot of platform extensions could happen there. Falco's a very vertical character with just how he moves and how the combos work, but I didn't feel like it really made too much of a difference for either player there. It seemed like a very neutral stage in this situation.
It's just a stage that was both for good characters, that's all. It's like, it depends what you value more. The one thing though is that the platforms on the sides, they really help Robin a lot when you're like reversing, when you're like doing the arc fires, and you can have it so like you either cover the platform or like the stage. Like a stage is like battlefield, like small battlefield, when you have the platform so close to the ledge, they're gonna be actually really good for Robin setups. And it's actually, and for that reason, I always think it's a bit of a bait going battlefield versus Robin, because of that reason. Like any zoner or like setup heavy character under a platform so good. In the meantime, Toad switched to PT. He's like, he had enough of Falcos. Like, no, I'm going to my comfort pick, the PT.
You know what, the Falco wasn't doing so bad, but I understand the switch to Pokemon Trainer to try to give a little bit more life into this set here. Maybe Toad knows something that we don't, and we'll see how it goes here. He does have a very patient trainer. I think it's a very big contrast to the way that he likes to play Falco. And you can see here we go, the Squirtle combos begin.
I want to say, Arceus, yeah, okay, see, like, wait, you can just clank with it without a disjoint? Wow, that move sucks, I'm sorry. Like, Squirtle just did fair, and he just got rid of Arc Fire. I thought you needed like a disjoint, you can just clank with it.
With
wow.
These stubby little legs. I mean, at the very least, they're water. So maybe you'd think that would put out the fire.
True, true. Oh, this pressure
barely missing that Vine Whip.
Oh, this is looking really bad for Toad right now. He's just stuck right here in ledge.
He's still got the lead, but getting hit by that Levin Sword certainly did not help. And it's scary. It's like any kind of juggle, but a juggle that'll just explode you. Even Charizard. No one is safe. Wow, the giant snipe! From downtown. The Levin Sword into the Thoron. That was beautiful.
So good. Oh, and this is huge. Oh, never mind. Oh no!
Great empty hop to bait shield. And that Nosferatu just buying more time for Arceus. Oh, you saw him catch that book.
Oh, he still has it.
I love this item play from Arceus. You can tell he's a very well-versed Robin and totally knows what he's doing here.
If there's any one Robin player you should ever be scared of, it's a Robin player who's like good at like the item play. That's scary. Those are the scary Robins.
I think he's generating a lot of momentum here from that snipe on the first stock. Toad is struggling a little bit, even as Charizard here. He's just kind of getting hit by a bunch of stuff, including a double arc fire and up air.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Right, we're getting
small conversion. Some life here for Toad.
The classic IV conversion. Oh no! I think right now, this is it for like Toad. I think he looks just a bit too scared. Like he's giving Arceus too much respect right now. Just a bit too much. He's just like letting him so. He doesn't really know what to do right now. I feel like.
A little bit of damage here from the IV sword, but you can tell he's not making the most out of his conversion. Earlier on in this game, you could see a lot of stuff going on from the Squirtle, but wow, that was a dance with death right there. But Toad is still in this.
And I love the fact that he's still going in, but without getting desperate. Like he's not getting too desperate. He's just trying to
forward smash. Forward smash was a little bit greedy there. Good switch perhaps scared a little bit by the charging of the neutral B there from Robin, but now this is scary. It's looking like he's got another Thor on, but he misses this time.
Yeah, Charizard still had a jump, so it's not quite gonna work this time around. Oh, that's it!
The jump with an up air.
Jump. Ooh,
You know
alright.
what? If you're a character that's got multiple jumps, you're always going to be inclined to use them all. And Arceus knew that, taking that final stock with the up air, going to winners finals to face Gamer. That's going to be certainly something to watch.
Yes, for sure. I wonder, we're probably gonna do. I'm gonna quickly go to losers, and then we'll stream
Looks
winners
like here-
finals.
We're going to be having Tentaco versus Marion. As an update to the other matches in this same round, Raiko defeated the game 2-1. Looks like he went to Shulk, which was his Smash 4 main. I don't know if he plays much of Shulk in this game, but it looks like he went all Shulk that set, interestingly enough. Looks like Jams is up on Sassy 1-0. Joestar and Enemy are tied at 1. And on stream, we're going to have Marion Tentaco.
Alright, now I'm just gonna quickly run the predictions for you there. I think it's kind of obvious who these two are gonna go, right? It's gonna be Greninja, it's gonna be the Aegis, or Pyra and Mifra. It's probably gonna be the two characters to go.
Tentaco's been very impressive with the Aegis. Ever since they dropped, like, it looks like he really clicked with them. Because, of course, when a character drops, everyone's going to be playing them. You're going to see that a lot. And then, about a month or so after, you're going to see who really resonated with them the most, and you could really tell that from Tentaco and his play with that character, or that set of characters. Like, I think it totally fits him. Like, you have him, and how comfortable he was with the Smash 4 Sheik. I feel like Mithra gives him everything he wanted from Smash 4 Sheik, and more, because you have Pyra as well, so you won't have to worry about killing if you really want to kill Pyra F Smash.
Not great.
They're dead at 40. However, Marion, he's really good at big conversions. You see him do all the crazy drag down stuff. You see him do a lot of really cool B reverses with the neutral B to set up really cool positioning. So he's got a really tight combo game. I think for him, he's just really got to be careful on the ground. Because Mithra is fast. She's got a really fast dash. So if you're going to try to kind of outrun her, you might struggle a little bit. So I think if Marion plays it slow, just chills out a little bit, I think he'll be able to take a lot more control of neutral.
For sure. For sure. I think for for Marion's part, it's gonna be more about how often can he catch. How often can he?
Well, it looks like Taco might be arriving a little bit late, so it looks like we may do winners finals a little early here, which I'm totally down for. I mean, Arceus and Gamer is something everyone wanted to see after seeing the performance of both of these players earlier in this tournament. Arceus coming off just a white-hot streak here, beating Jams, and Gamer coming off one of the closest games and sets we've seen all tournament against VenomFang. It's always a challenge. With Gamer, you think, oh, well, he plays Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong gets hit by everything, but he still makes it work no matter who he's fighting and what character he's up against. Like, even if it's Robin, with all the projectiles in the world, everything in his pockets, just throwing all that stuff at him, it won't matter. Gamer's gonna find a way. Or maybe not. Maybe Arceus is going to take complete control over the Yorkview Smash Club. We have yet to know.
Honestly, there's still just a bunch of sharks in losers, honestly. So I don't want to say, like, I know they're both in winners finals, but like, there's still so many sharks just you know, that I can see
it
like
is
all
certainly
of
a
them.
pool of sharks there.
Yeah, like, and at the same time, hey, is like, if you lose this set in winners finals, you're probably not gonna, honestly, you have a very good chance of just not making it to grands, because like you said, just a pool of sharks just win the smallest chance to get back up. So
Especially with all the remaining players. We have Raiko, Jams, Joe Store, just defeated enemy, Marion, Tantako, Toad, and VenomFang. All of them in loser's side. That is terrifying.
I agreed. All right, we got Tantako on load. It looks like they're gonna go all PS2 for the matches. Only PS2. Interesting choice. I think doesn't really over benefit both players.
And you can see Tantako starting with Mithra, completely understandably so. And here we go, game number 1 between Mary and Tantako. Winner gets top 8. Loser is going home.
All right. So we could do all right. Whiff, a little small whiff punish, but we got here Marin just trying to get the edge guard, not doing much of it.
With that dash attack, but that was a great parry there to extend some of the advantage. Marion was starting off pretty nice there. Let's see the punish here. Another back air.
All right. Ooh, I like that. Green jump.
Marion is just hot out of the gate here with so much aggression, but it doesn't
my
matter.
gosh.
What did I say? I said that forward smash is your demise. He was at like sub 60. That's exactly what I said. I can tell the future.
Okay,
So
okay,
Marion, buddy. Marion is not letting up here. Oh, that was a great timing mix-up there. Tantako was so ready with the Lightning Buster, but Marion just barely stalled himself in the air. And you know what? He does that a lot. You'll see him land a lot with that water shuriken, and he's still letting the aggression in. Let's see if he can get this punish. The down smash barely misses. That was very unfortunate right there. Marion was not really on the best side to punish that upbeat from Tantako's Pyra.
Oh, he fell out of it. Now, I wonder
what happens here.
Oh, okay. Well, that just happened. I just want to say that was a DM mix-up. It usually want to do up throw there, but because he was near the ledge, he just did a forward throw. That usually
not only was it the DI mix-up, he also had a good amount of rage, almost catching that tech roll with the dash attack. It's so close.
We got the drag downs on load. Barely missing the drag down. I hope that doesn't cost him the whole set, because that will be unfortunate.
This has been such a back and forth game so far. You saw Marion come out really hot with a lot of aggression, racking up so much damage, and then dying at like 50. But now, they're somewhat close. Never mind, it is now 2-1 in favor of Tantako. The commentator's curse strikes again.
He got a jump. Oh, not much you can do there, I suppose, as Ninja. Oh, beautiful conversion.
Fair to fair.
Ooh, all right.
Now this game's perfectly even.
I wonder if we're gonna see like an early switch to Pyra like we saw in the first stock, just trying to go for a read, or are we gonna just see Mayfair for most of the stock? Like, I really wonder how Tantako's gonna like play it out for.
Tantako might want to rack up a little bit more damage first before the Pyra switch, I would say. I'm thinking maybe in about 10 to 20% more might be something he's considering. However, he can really deal with the speed of Greninja a lot better as Mithra, and here's a little bit more damage. These players have just been back and forth trading hit for hit.
Ooh, alright. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. That was a bit of what I like to call Greninja privilege? Oh, never mind. There's no privilege with that character. The actual real privilege is with the ages.
At 99.9%, the down air up smash taking game 1. You know, if you're Marion, I think the moment that Tantako switches to Pyra, you get out of dodge. Do not be near that character. And that's what I was saying before this set, that Marion might want to have to take it a little bit slow. And you saw him go the complete opposite direction. He cranked it up to 11, got all up in Tantako's face. So we'll see if he's going to adopt the same playstyle or not for game 2.
I mean, one thing for sure is that I think his parries for both players were kind of on point, but Marion needs to be even more on point with his parries and with like his offensive options, like you said. Like, if he really wants to be that up close, you have to be so good at the close quarters like defensive options, which because you get red once, not even red once, you just get it touch once as Pyra and you just explode.
This game's starting as nearly a reflection of the last one. Marion getting a big lead and Tantaco making it all the way back. Is that back air? What just happened? Was that a drag down? I couldn't even tell.
No,
That
he
was
fell
so
out of the back
strange.
here. He fell out of the back here, but he probably just took my first jump because that recovery doesn't go that high.
I think not only did Tantaco lose the jump, but he fell out of the back air and was not ready for that to happen, so he just fell. That was a very strange interaction there. But now Marion with a lot more of a comfortable lead than the last game, building a lot more damage. We have not seen Pyra yet. Never mind, here she is.
Oh, trying to go for the downer, but he just has a bit too much starting lag to do anything. Oh, never mind, there it is.
Oh, but there's way too much aggression here from Marion. He keeps trying to shove himself in Tantaco's face when he can give some time and make Tantaco work for that neutral win.
All right. When Marin's just option is gonna be now because again it's like okay, you know how to deal with the Mifra, but he clearly doesn't know how to deal with the Pyra. So
a big part of why he's seen such success against the Mithra here is because he's not really getting punished super hard for making the mistakes here. He gets hit a few times, and that's really it. That was a great awareness there from Marion. That could have been death at 55 from the forward smash.
I think that was definitely like a sixth sense kind of thing from Marin. It's like, oh, I smell death. Let me just be away from here.
He's got the F smash sense. You can tell when it's coming. Right, shielding the lightning, or no, that is the photon edge. Sorry, but the foresight coming in clutch. I really thought that was going to be a forward smash punish.
Yeah, no, it should have for sure been, but that was a bit unfortunate there. Oh, he tried going for a counter, but he missed, and then Tantaco just did a forward grab.
The grab, forward throw. Oh, I see once again, Marion's gotta chill. He just keeps putting himself in Tantaco's proximity. But that back air, evening up this game, it's been so back and forth. These guys just obliterating each other. One hit after another.
All right. And now we do... I still, like... Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the foresight, because I feel like Tantaco is so good now, like, just timing, like, the foresight when it comes to these multi-hits. And trying to foresight grenade just up here is so important, because it's a character that relies a lot on, like, dragons and stuff for like, major combos. Oh, no.
Wait, now this is very dangerous. No. Wow! A perfectly placed down air. Taking the set for Tantaco. How unfortunate. Marion was looking great on that last stock. You could see
the moment
he was
I saw
punishing
switch,
a lot more.
I was like, oh no, here he comes. Oh no. Like, just the moment I saw a switch, like, oh no.
So dangerous to play with. And you know what? That was just a great call out of the Shadow Sneak off stage. Like I said, I thought Marion was doing great on that last stock. He was playing a lot more of a whip punish style Greninja, which is exactly what he needed, taking his time. Just unfortunate that one wrong move is what lost him the set there.
Agreed.
And now, it looks like we're going to be having Tantaco versus Joestar next. I don't know how often they play, but I figure they probably have played a little bit often. I haven't really kept too much track of all of the records here between players, but Tantaco and Joestar are players that you always see at the top of these brackets. At the very least, the weeklies, the regular weeklies. These are some of the most notable players within the entirety of the York U Smash club.
Agreed.
It'll be interesting to watch Joestar's play, because he always says when he is losing, he should be lasering more. He should be more patient. He should just keep pressing B, because that buys him a lot of time. And it looks like we're
I-
actually going to be running winners finals first.
Yes,
Never
winners
mind.
finals, and honestly, I think it's better if you do not slow down tourney so much because if you do, because we do need to do winners finals, and if we just like wait all the way and like loses round 5, or just this turn's kind of like end like way later than it honestly could be. Like I'm not trying to have people here like press hostage forever, personally. So I think that set should be played offline, off stream. Sorry.
And they will be playing
That's
off stream. We'll have Arceus and Gamer. I mean, it's just two bosses, two hidden bosses. Because Gamer's not even from York region. He's from Durham, where I'm from. You know, an invader. Arceus, if I recall correctly, is from Brampton, so in the area. But I think this is his first U Smash Club tournament, if I recall
No,
correctly.
it's for Arceus. No, it's not. It's not.
How often has he been entering? Because this is just an amazing performance. You'd think.
He entered last week. I forgot how well he did, but he did like decently well. But like he definitely like turned up like, yeah, he like came like 5th around there. But like
Take a
this is
look
like
here.
a top 3 guarantee.
7th.
7th? Okay, there we go. So he made top 8, which is still super respectable, right? Like still respectable nonetheless.
Beating LeBryant and Icarus, but losing to Arceus and Giddo 1. Oh no, losing to Mac and Cheese and Giddo 1.
But yeah,
Which, I mean, they're both solid players. It totally makes sense. Especially like Game & Watch, that sounds dangerous because a lot of Robin's play is based around the energy-related projectiles, and Oil Panic is just terrifying. Anyway, Oil Panic does not matter now because we have Gamer versus Arceus winners finals.
we got the hidden boss that is Arceus versus the raid boss that's Gamer.
In a lag test, which is understandable. I'm so not used to that. I'm so not used to the, oh, okay, let's just lag test. Obviously, hand warmers, like, it's practically a hand warmer, but it's like, so many sets we've seen, oh, it's a lag test. Like, okay. It's fair enough if Arceus was having a rough internet last week. Makes sense, but it looks like things are good here, so we can get moving with winners final between these two players. It's always interesting to see how Gamer's going to go up against a character that you would think would just bully DK, but like that's practically all of them on paper. But honestly, man, you can't sleep on Donkey Kong. A lot of people think Donkey Kong is just a really bad character that just gets hit by everything. He can deal the damage too, you know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he does. He get hit by everything, but Gamer is so good at landing even more hits at the opponent. He's just so good in neutral, in my opinion.
Exactly. Let's see how he maneuvers around Arceus here. Game 1 starting for real this time.
All right,
This
I like
is really
this
nice,
patience
even a
with
decent
Gamer.
distance.
Yeah, I really like it. All right. Oh, and they get hit by that. This is gonna be a huge comp. Oh no, Arceus missing the conversion. The third arc fire
Almost landing a
should have
third
connected.
one. I'm not sure what happened here. I can't exactly see the game. What? Oh my god. Oh, this is like the worst round for something like this to be happening. Well, that's how you can tell how crazy these players are. They're so sick, it made Marion's switch flicker.
They're
Who
so
can do
sick
that?
They just
No one
DDoS
can
this
do that.
tourney.
Money Making can't handle Arceus and Gamer, okay? You know what? No. Money Making can't handle Liquid Hungrybox. Just too much.
Too much. Shout out to
How
Hungrybox.
unfortunate. I mean, you know, it started out pretty nice there for Gamer. He was, he kept a good distance out of the arc fire, but then got caught, and then the damage really started piling up.
I mean, it was still kind of even. So, I mean, also the other thing about DK, it's like, I mean, yes, he's a character that gets hit by everything, but because he's so big, you actually have to practice your custom combos on him. it's like something you have to practice on.
You can really
It's-
do a lot of free-flowing stuff with it.
Yes. Yeah, but like it's something like you kind of have to like, okay, how are my combos gonna be like different from like when I do A versus DK versus like another character, right? Because I think like it's also like another thing a lot of people don't do. It's practice their. I mean, same goes for like light characters. Like you have to practice your combos depending on the weight of the character. It's so important. And
Yeah, I
and
mean,
the thing
when it comes to practicing against heavies, you really just have to dig in more. Just keep hitting them. What are they gonna do?
Just keep hitting
Escape? They
them.
can't really do that very well.
yeah, that's for sure.
So the arena is back up after.
Bit of update on losers for a
flickering.
bit. In the first match of loser size for top 8, Jams took it over Raiko. That was a 2-0 win for Jams, and Raiko actually won Shulk. So a pretty even though I wouldn't say Shulk, like Rob does the best for Shulk in my opinion. He was still, it looks like we're still a clean 2-0. So good stuff by Jams, going versus VenomFang, and that's gonna be on stream. So as we wait
looks
for winners
like-
finals.
Raiko went a lot more Shulk than any other character, which is fascinating. But here we are, winners finals, take 2. Hopefully, it goes a little better this time.
All right. So, okay. So a lot different from like, the way the order the game started.
God!
Oh my
Wow!
God,
One
different.
punishment at 79%. All it took was like 3 or 4 moves. That's how big that force smash is, and you know what? That was almost it right there with a hand slap. Wow! This has
Okay,
been
wait a-
crazy from Gamer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. I was about to say this is a lot different because like the other time it started, like Gamer was like a lot more just patient, and he just going ham, and is that it? That's
Taking
it.
advantage of the shield stun there from the giant punch to use a spinning Kong to take the first stock. The momentum is crazy. This is ridiculous.
All right. Oh,
And
the
there
punch.
you go. Opening up with
Oh,
a
he missed the
giant
attack.
punch. Oh no, that was a really rough dash attack. This is crazy. Can Arceus stop the bleeding? This is so much offense here from Gamer. And he's doing a great
no
job
sword.
staying outside the range of that arc fire. Oh my god, he's going crazy! Gamer, you gotta calm down. This is ridiculous. He keeps going. Who's gonna stop this guy? Ah!
Wait, he just
I
jumped
can't-
over
I-
that part. That move sucks. That's DK, and he jumped
Oh
over
my
it.
god! I
That was
cannot
actually
believe
the version.
what
That's
is
it.
going on.
Oh.
I have no idea what Gamer ate or drank between the switch flickering, because whatever it was, it powered him up.
right,
What
I'm gonna
just
run-
happened?
Gonna run predictions again, because no one did it. But yeah, that was. I suppose
I
that was
don't
the
think
DDoS power up. I suppose so. Was
I don't
that
think
nice
anyone-
DDoS power up?
I don't think anyone was expecting that explosive of a start from Gamer. My god. Just he was finding all the perfect spots. He was getting some guaranteed damage and then making the reads that he needed to. And those are the biggest faults in Arceus's plays there. Just not really picking the right options like when it was time for Gamer to start making the reads. But man, you know what? When the momentum is just on one player's side, it's on their side.
I agreed. Alright, I wonder which stage they're gonna go now. Battlefield question mark? Oh, it's Smashville. Okay, I like this for Arceus. There's a big platform you can play around to do your shenanigans, but oh god. Here we go.
He keeps landing with it. Will somebody stop this man? And here you go. Arceus, a lot more alert. He does
Yeah.
not want Gamer anywhere near him, and he's taking notes of where he's moving, because he was moving all over Arceus in Game 1. Oh, that was, you know what? Unfortunate spacing there, but the spinning Kong, you know what? Oh, did that save him?
Yeah, the store saved
There's
him.
no
the
way
store
it saved
saved him. No way. Oh, so
Great
was it?
tech,
No
but
escape.
ouch.
There's no escape from the monkey. There's no escape from the Gamer Kong. Oh, is this it?
Beautiful, but it doesn't do it. I really wish that took
He
Gamer
had no
stock there.
rage. Also, he missed. One thing I noticed is that, oh my god, Severe reverse punch. Oh, that was sick. I noticed
He
in Smash
unfortunately
Bros.
missed.
Because there's not really like a huge wall on the side of by the ledges. You cannot have arc fire just like stick out, so you can just actually stay on ledge. Is that it? No, that's not it.
Oh, but that's a re-grab. Doesn't matter. That's gotta be it there in the first stock against Gamer. That was certainly scary. I've seen a lot of spinning Kong here from Gamer. I don't think Arceus is really ready to expect it, but that Nosferatu
no,
certainly helping him out. And he almost has
big.
the lead here.
That's it.
Wow!
That's the stock.
How explosive
that.
there.
Oh. Okay,
That was
that
really nice.
was almost sick. He almost has something there.
Love these small conversions with the books and the Levin sword. You can tell Arceus is very well versed with his item play. And he's racking on so much percent here. This is such a scrap between these players.
All right. What's Gamer gonna do? Really good patience.
what?
Yeah, but yeah,
I
like
think in that situation it was the spacing.
no,
A
that's
gentleman getting a kill screen. That's interesting. But can he land the finisher? No, he doesn't. Still off stage. Can Gamer make it back? He's still struggling at
alive?
170%. Oh no. This is dangerous.
oh the mash, and that's it.
That's it.
It seems our fates are joined.
This has been so back and forth, man. Crazy between these players.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, a lot more awareness. I love the fact that Arceus was just trying to play around the middle stages, trying to control the platform as much as possible. I really liked it. Just trying to have as much control stage as possible, for sure. Now though, now we got the Gamer's counter pick. So I really wonder where he's gonna go.
Well,
feel like
the
this
small stage space, I feel like... I didn't really feel like it benefited or hurt either of the players like that much, you know?
No. To me, in my opinion, I think it comes down to how well does RQ sets up around the how fast can he like set up his specials, traps, and okay, I like the station town, but honestly, you die so early here as RQ, so I'll be a bit worried.
Even so, a lot of the horizontal Levin Sword moves are going to kill earlier as well. Because you saw in game number 2 that some of them were destined to kill Gamer and just didn't.
Yeah.
Like the gentleman that got a kill screen.
So in this, yeah, this time around, they will do for sure. Also, Arc is taking like the first blood, but Gamer quickly answering back.
Let's see this offstage pressure here. Down smash barely missing. That was a great mash! Barely missing the down air. That would have been beautiful conversion there from Arceus.
Oh, he barely missed it.
He's
Like
got no jump.
All right. Oh, missing the grab. Okay, that was a bit of mashing. He should get punished. He didn't get really as punished as I thought he would, though. And the down smash is gonna do it. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing about DK is that he ledge hack animation. Oh, he got a cheese. Perfect. He when it comes to DK, his hands stick out a bit too much from the ledge, so you can actually just hit him. It's very funny and very unfortunate.
That's a very large ledge hang. And there you
Like
go,
that.
another one. All right, let's see this big offense here from Gamer breaking through that arc fire. Great awareness there from Arceus. Gamer's been getting away with that too much, and he won't be getting away with shielding on the platform either. This is a scary position for him. Wow!
do
Just
it?
he
Oh my
let
God.
it rip like it's a Beyblade right up in his face. And now Gamer up 2 stocks to 1.
Alright. Wonder if Gamer will play it slow or just never mind. He's not playing slow. And
What a snipe there with the
snipe.
Thoron. We are at even game practically here. Uh-oh.
oh wait, hold up. This is
Barely missed! He didn't even air dodge. He was totally fit to get hit by that dunk. He just didn't. And now he's in the lead from that Nosferatu.
oh he
It's a
went for
bad
down
position for
tilt.
Gamer. That's good patience, not jumping out of panic.
Alright, the nairs. I love them. Oh, do you see his movement there? That was crazy.
Again, forcing him out.
Oh, the
Nosferatu. Man, it's really making a big difference. Like, now he's only at 66, but this is a lot of rage for DK. Like, a big conversion, like a hand slap into anything, but never mind what I'm
the back
saying,
here.
because Arceus takes game number 3 and is now up 2-1 in this set. These players are going at it.
Crazy. Alright, so we now have that Arceus is actually 2-1, and next game he could go to Grants if he wins this game.
Certainly cement his spot in grand finals here with another win. However, Gamer needs to drink whatever power juice that he drank for that game 1 and get that energy back, because that was just a big show. And we really haven't seen that as much, but you know what? That may be a good case of the adaptation from Arceus. It's certainly possible to get blown up at first and then figure out what to do after that. Let's see, game number 4. Back on town. And immediately, Gamer's in there. Almost landing that hand slap. You know he's loving it. And that was a great dodge to get away from the pressure.
Alright, one thing I noticed is, yeah, it's like, I was gonna say, like, Arceus is playing, like, way, like, outside of a Gamer's range, but Gamer just understanding that just preemptively just dash attacks and just gets away with emotions. Like, the spell reads Gamer makes are just what makes this set so close. Oh, he just got hit by the arc fire. This could be really dangerous for Gamer right here, but he got the slap, missing it.
Love that conversion there from the 11 sword throw, but unfortunately it didn't hit, and neither will that Thoron. But he's still got a pretty decent damage lead. Never mind. Gamer takes that first stock.
Yeah, a bit too. That was really good by Gamer, just like that nice double hop. But at the same time, a bit too by Arceus, just by. Suppose he was hoping.
Wow, getting hit by the
Gamer would
lasting
shield.
hitbox.
Oh my gosh!
You know what? That's exactly what you'd expect to see against an aerial spinning Kong. You always want to be landing that. But here, a big combo there from Gamer. Oh, you know what? I really think he wanted to reverse that hand slap, and he just barely missed it. But he gets this one. And that grab, he makes the tech this time. Good adaptation from Arceus.
Second time I wrote DK out of any card. Oh my gosh! Slap. Just slap.
Bread
You know what?
and
I'm
the
not gonna
butter.
talk. I'm not gonna talk. Slap.
And we're seeing a lot of signs of life here from Gamer. It does not take much for him to take a stock, especially when he's got that giant punch ready. You totally know it's going to come from a landing.
So dangerous. It like looks very similar to game 3, but from the opposite perspective. Now it's a Gamer they won with the just controlling the set now. Oh, that was a beautiful conversion. To gain
Rack
the
up
grab.
so much damage with that. Well, that was dangerous. You know what? That was a very panic shield. He does not have a jump.
Is that it?
Is that it? No, he barely missed it, but the aerial spinning Kong keeping him off stage. And
that back
rising
is
back
good.
air. You know what? That's a really tough position to be in. Not only did he have 2 stocks, but he was taking it safe on ledge there. He wasn't trying anything crazy, didn't want a hand slap or anything, just spam back air, and it's probably going to work. And we have ourselves a game number 5 between these players.
The one thing I'm noticing, I feel like, because I noticed that gamers gain like a surprisingly amount of backers, and I don't know if that's because of Robin's poor mobility. That he just, he's roughly gonna be in the same place. So Hungrybox here, he can just keep spamming backers. How fitting. But we're going back to Smash.
He was picking his spots very well, trying to call out some aggression there from Arceus early.
Yeah, for sure.
Barely missing that hand slap.
Doing a great job of doing it. All right. Oh, I love the conversion.
Damage.
And you know what? Something I also love as well, that Ark is actually waiting a bit during his conversions. Is waiting to see what gamer's gonna do, but maybe you shouldn't wait him so much. Maybe you should not give this monkey so much respect. He's gonna make you pay for it.
That was a great save for himself right there. Arceus easily could have landed right into that forward smash. Not hitting the ledge hang there, unfortunately.
Oh, and then that time Arcfire just went off the screen.
A little bit of spaghetti there, but you know what? He's still making the best of it in a forward air, taking the first stock of Game 5.
I cannot express how important that was. If you let DK Max Rage leave, that would have been disastrous. But now Arch is just taking the momentum right now. He's a full stock ahead. He's feeling himself right now. He can see himself in grants.
He's barely missing these hand slaps at ledge, and it's really not helping him out here because he really needs to make the most out of his ledge play, and he's barely losing these trades as well. Just unfortunate situations, and just not getting what he needs.
Oh, down smash is gonna cover the roll. That should do it. Oh, he barely missed it. He was a bit too slow, but that
there you go.
Grounded up, he's gonna do it.
Yo, he was using it every time that he thought Arceus was going to be. No way. I totally saw forward air there. I don't know about you, but I totally saw the dunk coming.
I saw it too.
Unfortunate that he didn't go for it, and the forward air taking that second stock.
Oh, just out of the gate. Gamers just no stop. Oh, the footstool, that's it!
Oh, not like this. Oh, I was totally
really
scared
good.
there. Arceus really mashing his way to victory, quite literally.
That's something I don't see a lot of people do, but when DK is low percentage going for those cheesy kills like that, that's something you can do, because if you're mashing, in this game you can buffer footstools, right? So if you're mashing, as long as one of your last inputs was jump, you're gonna get the footstool as well on DK.
It's unfortunate because in that situation, you break out of the grab, one player is going to be above the other one. And because one of them is mashing buttons, it's like so easy to just panic once the grab breaks. Because you don't know exactly when. You'll see the yellow flashing, but you still won't know exactly when. So it's just so unfortunate. He died at literally 0 from that match. And you know what? Good on Arceus. I mean, he mashed well enough to win the set with it. So, congratulations to Arceus for making Grand Finals in just such a heartbreaker of a finish. Gamer's going to be waiting a little bit. Meanwhile, on the loser's side, it looks like Jams is continuing his path of vengeance and is now sitting in loser's semis after defeating VenomFang 2-0.
He 2-0, my gosh, Jams is on something else. He 2-0 Sassy, he 2-0 Raiko, he 2-0 VenomFang. It's like, it's not like entirely so surprising he won, it's just the fact that he's doing it without dropping a game, right? Like, he is out for blood.
I mean, it's as expected for the player that's the same caliber as Jams. It's what you'd expect. Yep. There have been plenty of York U Smash Club tournaments where Jams did not drop a single game.
For sure. All right, now,
So
and
totally
now we're gonna have
character.
Joestar versus Toad. Joestar winning versus Tentaka in an Aegis Dita. Funny enough.
Interesting. You rarely see Joestar go Aegis, but he does talk about a lot how he likes Pyra, likes playing Pyra. And you can tell when a player really likes Pyra out of the two, they're a lot more of a fundamentally based player.
Yes.
And that is totally what Joestar is. He's very, very fundies based. That's why he can play so many characters. You could see him pull out anyone. We've seen him pull out King K. Rool, you know, on top of his Wolf, which is his main. We've seen him with the Aegis. We've seen him with Banjo. That's even happened. He just has a lot in his pockets.
I agreed.
I mean, he's been saying he's been digging Falcon recently. I'd love to see it, but I don't expect it. However, I know Falcon is one of Toad's most hated characters. He is not a fan of fighting Falcon. So maybe if Joestar's got his back against the wall and wants to maybe pull that card out. But, I mean, that might be a little bit of my bias coming in there. But, you know what?
Sure.
Knowing Joestar, anything is possible. He could pull out anyone.
All right,
And it's like, yep, that's Joe.
I'm gonna sub out I'm actually gonna sub out. I might come back later, I might not. But it's been a pleasure commenting with you. I do need to go eat dinner, but Clever is on the wait. He's on the sidelines waiting, so I'll let him know right now.
Alrighty. Welcome, Klepper.
Hello, TV Fish. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too, my friend.
Yes.
And we got something that's going to be a very exciting match here. Toad versus Joestar.
Ooh, I want to see this match. I've never seen them play together. I'm super excited to see this.
You know what? I don't think I've seen them play before. And
Yeah.
they may have. I mean, you see a lot of people going back and forth in all these weeklies, but I'm not sure if these two have gone up against each other, but it looks like we're going mains on mains, Wolf versus Trainer.
Oh, really? Oh,
So it looks like Toad beat Joestar last week, so this is a run back. That makes it even more exciting.
Or regardless, Joe is going to be out for blood this set. Let's get into it. Game 1. Smashville. Alright, just playing around each other. Just filling it out. Just trying to get the first clean hit.
Fourth, here's a good conversion there from Joestar.
Side B switches to Ivysaur. Oh, but reflects the Razor Leaf back at him.
Oh, it's becoming a projectile war, and this is what Joe is talking about. This is all he's saying. He knows that he's going to be totally on point when he starts lasering more, when he starts being a lot more patient, and that was a great empty hop there into another laser.
Mm-hmm. Then lost stage, put him back in the air with dash attack. Catch the landing, no. But can Joestar recover?
Patience here from Joestar at the ledge. He's not even pressuring it, especially because he knows that so many Ivysaurs like to attack from the ledge, and that was a great up tilt taking the first stock. Great about Joestar's play is that he plays slow. You can tell he's not playing at some kind of crazy fast pace, especially losing his stock like that.
Yeah.
He just keeps it cool.
Mhm,
Look at
just
that.
keep
Look
it
at the
cool.
patience. He's waiting.
Yeah, keeping cool, lasering, keeping him at bay, picking his spots, trying to bait Toad into making a risky approach so he can punish accordingly. Just good calculated play from Joestar. But Toad
generating some offense here. That was a nice juggle. Let's see, off stage.
forward smash.
Oh,
Yep, it
jumping
covers
right
so
into that
many
forward
options.
smash.
It covers so many options. It's hard to get around.
It was almost essentially a vortex that Ivysaur likes to put people into.
Yes.
But switching over to Charizard. Charizard's terrifying. I don't know about you, but I fight this guy, and that shield is just a death bubble.
Oh, you never want to attack Charizard's shield. You're just asking to get up smashed. And Joestar knows it. You notice how he's trying to space around the shield. He's being very careful, but Toad getting the up throw, and now he's got the lead back. Back throw.
You know,
forward. Oh, I thought
Joestar had a lot of control in this match. You'd think that he would have complete control already, but he doesn't have the lead anymore.
Well, he evens it up. Only 26%. He can easily make this back, so it's essentially even. Oh, there you go. Oh, but gets grabbed by Squirtle. Oh, but misses the conversion.
Versus Ivysaur. This is a little bit scary because you know Ivysaur's really good at the juggles. We've seen a lot of damage racked up on Joestar for making a small mistake versus Ivysaur. And here we go. The percent starts.
Oh, he lands, but can he land again? Is he dead? Oh, he's dead! And that's
You know
Toad taking
what?
game 1.
That was looking like a little bit of suspect DI right there. I am not sure if I was ready to see Joestar
No, I
lose his
didn't.
last stock like that.
No, I did not think he would die at all. That was very weird DI there.
It kind of looked like he got hit, and then there was like a doggy biscuit, and Wolf's like, "Ooh, I want that. Let me go get that."
Yeah.
Like he just went so far, so fast.
Oh, yes. He was not. He wasn't ready, and the man just chased after it though.
I think Joestar unfortunately had a little bit of a shift of momentum against him, but I think the pacing of the match was totally in his favor, and I hope he doesn't get a little shook from that, because honestly, there was just a few bad bounces per se.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was controlling the pace of the match very well. It was just that a couple interactions did not go in his favor, and Toad was just ready to capitalize.
Like,
Okay.
it's always scary once Ivysaur starts up airing you, and you know the damage really racks up a lot there, or might just kill you.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, because you're either gonna take a lot of damage or you might die because Ivysaur's up here is just so strong. It kills really well. All right, game 2
Oh,
going
on
into the
PS2.
PS2.
More space for Joestar to work with. I love the empty hops. Joestar does that so often. And just 60% on the board, like 10 seconds in. Great start for Joestar. And I love these baits. He keeps doing it with that double jump. It always catches people off guard.
Yes, the way the Joestar utilizes his double jump in order to bait people in is just so immaculate. It's just beautiful to watch.
Lasering from a really far distance. However, this is scary, getting hit by the up airs. Let's see. Wow, you know what? I'm not sure if he was looking for a dodge right there.
think
But
he wanted-
good shield from Toad.
Yeah, he was probably trying to call out a spot dodge, or maybe even just a shield poke, because goal down smash is really big. It can shield poke you depending on how low your shield is.
See? Not landing that one there. That's a really scary situation. That up tilt totally saving Toad. Here it is. The patience from Joestar. Beautiful. I love it. And now the Charizard. That is certainly scary. And he wants it.
Oh.
You can tell he wants it. That up smash. Wow. An up smash for an up smash. And the first stock goes to Joestar. You could tell once they both had the up smashes, one of them was going down.
Oh no, that was absolutely a situation where just one of us is going to die. But Joestar said it's not going to be me. And he's living. He's hanging on to this stock, trying to tack on as much damage as he can. But gets clipped by the fair. Good let's trapping coming in from Toad.
Certainly. It's honestly, it's really tough sometimes when the opponent is throwing out a lot of moves, but at that point you really just got to take it slow and wait for the option that they are not covering is super safe. But right here, Joestar landing with the Nair. Let's see this big conversion. You know that tech chase is Wolf's strong suit, but it was good on Toad there to jump, get away, and completely deny any kind of tech.
Good.
That was a really scary jump from ledge there, but you know what? Him waiting a little bit may have forced Toad's hand and tricked him up a little bit. That was just okay. That was perfectly timed. I think.
Yeah, that was a perfectly timed get up on Ivy's force smash. That's not easy to do.
Joestar's certainly playing with fire here, and now on his last stock, this is looking a little bit rough for him.
Okay, but he's able to let. Oh, what was that side B? I imagine that was probably the
interception.
secret later. Oh, but the up air?
Oh my
Ooh.
god, you know what? I think he was trying to mix up DI there, and it did not work out in his favor. Toad with a pretty quick 2-0 over Joestar.
Yes.
Moving on to loser semis. Honestly, it's weird to consider, because Joe had a lot of control in so many aspects of that match, but there were a lot of situations where he wasn't exactly getting the conversions that he wanted. I found that Toad was not getting in the tech situations that Joestar wants. Because Joestar, you know, he'll tell you Wolf thrives off the tech chases. So you would think that, you know, if those were going in his favor, he'd generate momentum. Those were barely happening at all. So I don't think Joe was able to generate the momentum that he wanted.
Yeah, he couldn't really get. Despite the control he had over the match, he couldn't really get his offense started. And Toad, while he was keeping pace with Joestar, he was much more ready on the offense. He had his conversions and his juggles down. He was ready. He was ready on. He was ready to make sure that if he did get hit, that Joe would suffer. That and that's it. And with that, and that's how you take it 2-0. So I think next up we have Jams versus Toad.
Toad is going up against Jams. You know what? Toad's been playing great this tournament. I think he's had a lot going for him. You know, losing to Arceus in the winners bracket, who also defeated Jams.
Oh,
But
that was a
Toad-
treat to watch. I commented that earlier when I saw the way that Arceus was playing. I was shocked. I had never seen him play before. So
he was in a lot of control there in that set.
It just looked like Jams just didn't have an answer. Well, but hopefully Jams can get his rematch. But first, he has to take down Toad, who is
Not
just
only does
on
he have to
fire.
take down Toad, but the winner of this match is going to be facing Gamer, also known as Liquid Hungrybox, for the chance to win this tournament in Grand Finals against Arceus.
Yes.
But a very impressive show from Toad today, making to guaranteed 4th. If he beats Jams here, man, the club's gonna explode, and you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Marion saying in the chat, if Toad makes it to the top 3, we are streaming a playthrough of Wally on PC.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Now I
Oh,
really want it. I want to see that.
Oh, I want to make top 3.
He's got
No,
one more round that he's got to win. But it's against perhaps the most challenging opponent yet. This is Jams, who's only dropped a single set in all of the U-Smash tournaments.
Was this his first set loss, actually? The
I think
Arceus?
it was.
Oh,
At least
wow.
Out of all the York tournaments he's entered, I believe that's his first set loss.
That's wow.
Now,
What an amazing
in
player.
this case, I could see Toad going Falco. I know Falco was a menace for Rob in Smash 4, and I'm sure that those problems still exist in Ultimate with the reflector he kicks, with the big combos and conversions. I certainly think he's got a good shot here, and he is going Falco.
Not surprised to see this coming out. Falco does have a much better matchup against Rob than with PT. You can still use PT, but I think he's more comfortable in this matchup with Falco. So I can see
Perfect sense. So, game 1 of PS2. Let's see how it goes. Losers semis. A small little lead here from Toad, keeping Jams at the ledge. This is some good positional play here. The parry, of the nair. That's exactly what you need. That is one of the biggest things a lot of players should be doing against Rob that they don't. If you parry that nair, that's a free punish. And Rob is combo food.
Rob takes so much damage from Falco's combos. He really does not want to get hit by this. Oh, and here it goes. It begins. Got him in the air. Can he catch him on the landing? Oh, he gets back to stage, but gets sent right back off. Gyro. Oh, just kicks the gyro right off stage. Doesn't want to deal with it at all.
He's doing a good job. Every time the gyro is in play, he kicks it at him. And that just distracts Jams' play. Now he can't have access to it exactly when he wants it. He's got to wait a little bit. But off stage here, barely missing that side B. The arm rotor.
Careful.
Ooh, that was a nice conversion there from Toad.
Yeah, that was a really nice conversion there. Oh, back air? No, not quite enough.
These are some great interceptions. Jams is slowly using up all of the resources. He could have really lost his stock there, but unfortunately he did not. It's a very
Jams
scary situation.
staying alive, though.
Back air. Such a giant, massive, strong bear, and this is a really rough position.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm not sure if Toad should have went for the gyro there and thrown it right at Jams. You know what? If you don't know what you want to do with the gyro, you should just throw it straight up in the air, get it out of play, and that Nair taking the first stock at game 1. Toad tanking quite a bit.
Indeed, that took a really long time to get the first stock off. They just were having trouble just landing a clean hit on each other.
Wow,
Oh, I
that
think-
was really strange.
I think the gyro messed up his forward air.
Yep, the gyro certainly changed the angle there. Gyro working against Jams quite a bit, thanks to that reflector.
As you know, whenever Falco reflects a projectile that stays on the screen, it becomes his. So essentially, if he reflects the gyro, even when it's grounded, it becomes a hitbox for Jams instead. So that creates a hitbox for Rob to deal with on the ground, and with that he can control so much space.
Exactly, and like I said, it just doesn't give Jams the access to gyro when he wants it. He has to wait more, and that makes a huge difference. When he wants the gyro, he wants it when he wants it.
Exactly.
Ooh, unfortunately, rolling into that back air. There's some momentum on Jams' side, and this is one of the hardest parts about fighting Rob, is really landing that kill. Never mind.
But he
Toad's
finds
in
it though. He finds it.
He finds it. This is a tough situation though, because you've got to make this much progress against Rob. Rob is a very snowballing character. He gets 2 hits on you, and you're suddenly at 90. However, he still is that combo food.
Yes. If Joe can just land one clean hit. Oh, like right now he can. The down airs.
Double dunk. Oh, barely missing. You know what? I thought that Jams was going to go for a reversal there with a down air. Unfortunately, he did not. But that was some pretty good damage on Toad's part anyway.
Yes, he still got the damage, and that's what he needs right now. He's got to rack up this damage on him quickly, because he wants to get the stock off now. Oh, down air? Just barely mistimes it. Oh, jab block. Down tilt? Okay.
I'm not sure what would have been the best pick there, and that up smash barely not killing. How unfortunate, and that's the hard part with Rob. You think that move will kill? It barely doesn't. He is a heavy robot, but the up smash out of shield giving some life for Toad. At 85%, I think he's still got a chance.
Oh, he definitely still has a chance, but this is still Rob. He is at a... And Toad is sitting at a very uncomfortable percent where a lot of Rob's skill confirms are still active. They're still online. He has to play very carefully. As you see, he's just spacing out with lasers, forward airs. Just trying to keep Rob away from him right now as he tries to build some kind of offense. Oh, but the up air? No, not quite yet.
Very good air dodge. And now this is a scary situation because up in the air and up air might just do it. Falco is rather light. And the up smash out of shield. You know what? I saw that shield in the middle of the stage and I thought that was a bait.
Yes.
Certainly makes sense. I think that Toad was getting a little bit in his own head about his offense, kind of just throwing himself at Jams, hoping that the moves hit, and Jams realized that, and that's why he was shielding in the middle of the stage.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a pretty good show for Toad there, taking him to last stock. I think he just needs perhaps a smaller stage, and then you'd actually have the kills, the red lightning, really meaning that Jams is losing his stocks as opposed to just barely not.
Yeah, if I suspect that unless some of Smash Roll is banned, we might see that Smash Roll or FD, because he definitely because I think Toad doesn't want to give Rob too much space. He definitely wants to close the distance a bit more, and make the reflected gyro on the ground more deadly. Because we saw how devastating it is. If it's closer to Rob, that's another obstacle for him to get through, and that's very, very hard for him to deal with.
Even when it's farther away from Rob. There was a point in game 1 where the gyro was on one side of the stage and Jams kept trying to pull it and was getting nothing. So perhaps just leaving it there might also help his case.
Yes, indeed. Sometimes having the gyro sit there is beneficial to you because it takes such a huge part out of Rob's kit. But oh, here come the up airs. Misses the platform extension, but keeps him off stage.
Still some pretty good damage on his own, and he is just playing hacky sack with that reflector.
Yeah, he knows that the Jams wants to throw out some kind of projectile, and Toad's just ready for it. He's expecting it. because James is not picking any kind of close-up option. He's trying to zone, and that's not working out for him. The gyro coming back.
He's got it in his hands. Will he throw it down? The Z drop barely dodging that back air with his side B. Wow, barely making it out alive there, but that's some good damage. Let's see an up tilt. Bear, not enough. Not nearly enough to take a stock from Rob.
Not quite, but he's still living. Can he get back to stage? Ooh, risky up smash, but not too big of a punish on James' part. Just learning to be careful of. Now he's got gyro.
You know what? He was just barely on the wrong side, but that up smash might have worked. He was on the other side, and he's at a pretty high percent for an up tilt bear, so he goes for a forward air regardless.
Mm-hmm. He probably doesn't want to steal his backer too much.
That was a great grab there. You haven't been seeing too much of the grabs from Toad here against James. It's been a lot about the offense in his face. And that forward air taking the first stock of game 2. Toad showing some life. He's really got to tank this stock like he tanked the first stock of the last game. But that up tilt up air, evening the stocks. It could go either way.
Yes. Jam showing some signs of life here. Not ready to give up just yet. Goes really low. Oh, down there.
Oh,
wait.
the dunk.
Oh, almost ran out of fuel.
Toad's Rob's really got a lot in the tank. A lot more than you realize.
Yeah, he definitely has. You can definitely go down really deep, but it's still a viable strategy to just keep hitting him while he's off stage and get him to burn as much fuel as possible.
Exactly. Catching that neutral air dodge with a down smash. This is a tough spot. The arm rotor taking that second stock. I'm not sure if loser semis is the best of 5, but if it's not, this is Toad's tournament stock.
Yeah, I believe it is. I believe loser semifinals is best of 3. So yes, this is in fact Toad's last stock, unless he can bring this back against Jams. Got him off stage. Oh, it can definitely happen. If what we saw from game 1 is any indication, Token definitely has what it takes to make this comeback.
He's got a bit of a mountain to climb, almost an entire stock lead as for Jams. However, honestly, anything can happen when it comes to these games. You saw that at the end of Winners Finals, and you can see it here as well. Some good damage there from Toad. He wants that up smash, you can tell. He wants this stock now. He does not want to risk losing it now. But you can see he's still attacking the shield of Gems a lot. And that's how he lost game 1. That was really close with that Phantasm and an up air taking this stock. Can Toad bring it back? There's 109 on the board.
He's got gyro in hand. This could very well be. This could happen.
And he's got to take it slow. Can't go too rough on the shield. Let's see this conversion.
Up tilt?
Nice back and up tilt. Some pretty good damage for Toad, and he keeps it going at 60%. He wants a down air, doesn't he?
Oh, he wants it. He wants to finish this right now. Toad is saying, "I'm tired of chasing around this Rob. I want this stock now."
Oh, that was unfortunate there. This is a rough position.
Oh.
Very dangerous roll in. Spot dodge. This is looking rough for Toad. He's at 156 and a down air.
Sends him to the abyss. That is Jams taking it 2-0 over Toad.
You know, Toad was really putting up a really good fight at the end of that game, too. How close was that? Just barely wasn't enough. But, man, what a good show from Toad for this entire tournament. Beating Joestar for a second time, beating Raiko, beating Enemy. Very nice display from him this tournament, placing 4th. Very well done. So up next, Losers Finals.
Yes, Losers Finals. It should be it'll be Jams versus
Liquid
Gamer.
So Jams versus Gamer, we've seen it before. Gamer has a little bit of a rough time with it. And obviously, you make your comments about Donkey Kong. But Jams is just a really strong player at just trapping his opponent. And DK really, really suffers from that.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The big frame on DK is just not going to do... is not going to do Gamer any favors in this matchup. He's going to have to play a really solid neutral, find a way around all of Rob's projectiles, and then get the grabs, because that is where Donkey Kong thrives. So it's off his
Oh yeah, and
grab
I
and
mean, even from Gamer, you see all the hand slaps, you see all the aerial play that Gamer likes to use, but it is rough because that giant frame is going to get clipped so often. And you know, he has some of the experience. Gamer has faced Jams before, so you'd think he is going to put up a fight here. He's not going to go down that easy.
Oh no, not at all. Gamer definitely has a chance here. It's just a very tough mountain to climb right now. But let's see how it is. We're still waiting right now.
It's interesting to note that the winner of this set gets a run back versus Arceus. Arceus took out both of these players. That's impressive.
Oh yes, they both.
Gamer and Jams have been terrorizing the U Smash Club for a while. So to see them both taken up by one guy waiting to see which one he gets to face again is really interesting to see.
Yeah, they both want this run back. I'm sure of it. All right, just waiting for our opponent to join the arena.
Jams is here. We're waiting on Gamer or Hungrybox, whatever you'd like to call him at this point. Gamerbox.
Gamerbox. Actually, that's a really good tag. Now that I think about it.
It rolls off the tongue pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Gamerbox.
Sounds like it gives me the same vibes that the Game Sphere had from Drake and Josh. That's what it's giving me. But this box is not spherical.
No. Round. It's a round box. It's a gamer box.
That's the Gamer box that is round.
Yes. I know what I'm saying.
So I wonder how many times these players have played, because I know they've been playing against each other for a while. Like, this goes back a few months. I remember when Gamer entered his first, U Smash Monthly, did very well, and I think he got second to Jams. So
yeah.
They've really been at it for a while. Can Gamer take it here? I'd love to see it. That would be crazy, because I would really love to see a run back of Arceus and Gamer because of how crazy that winner's final set was. I was just off the wall.
I want to see a run back of Jams versus Arceus, because that was also just a really good set to watch. I want to see how Jams adapts to Arceus, but that's in the future. But that's not here. Now we have Jams versus Gamer. Game 1. Let's get into it.
Yes, the winner of this is certainly going to give us a treat, but we'll see how it goes right now in Town and City, game number 1. Let's see how Gamer can traverse all the obstacles that are Jams.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately stuck at the ledge. That nair covering so much space, and unfortunately, here we have a grab here from Gamer. Does not get much out of it. That back air not landing, very unfortunate.
Right, because I'm gonna say, he tried to spike him down immediately. Gamer, he does not want to mess with Rob. He wants him off the screen now. He doesn't want to give
that hand slap.
Yes.
You'd think most DKs would go for a forward air dunk there, but no. So he's made a little bit of a dent in the armor already, but this is a bit rough because he's still getting all this chip damage at 120%. Sooner than later, he's gonna be in prime death percent here, and no way.
Wait.
Oh my god. How strong is that spinning Kong?
It's so strong.
On Town, but the stocks are now even. It is a scrap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Gamer holding stage position, trying to keep Jams off, but Jams finding a way down. But the gyro almost converts into his grab, but Jams ready with the
Almost
pickup.
looking like Gamer was playing Rob there, because you do see that a lot. Rob getting some of the biggest conversions of grabbing the gyro and landing that dash attack at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They are going hit for hit here, but that up air taking the second stock. Even though Town's got that higher ceiling, he was up high enough to take that one. Hopefully, Gamer can stop the bleeding here.
Oh, we'll see. Oh, but risky dash attack gets thrown off stage, and you don't want to be in this position as DK. Because look at all this damage you can rack on. 61%.
Saved his life. Here is a tough spot on the ledge, barely making it out alive. Here we go. What will he do? The forward throw off stage? No, Rob is a big heavy metal robot.
Yes.
It's not going to take just a throw off stage to take him out. There you go. That was great that he dashed forward because he realized that at that spacing he wouldn't be able to just up smash standing. And he's got a fully charged giant punch too. Anything is possible here with Rage. Oh my god, the down tilt trip coming clutch. And Gamer making it all the way back. The double bear. He's at 90%. Honestly, a spinning Kong at the ledge, that would totally do it here.
Yes, that would kill, especially with the amount of rage that DK has. Jams has to be very careful how he pressures Gamer right now. Oh, but the the gyro snipe! Oh!
Just the gyro on its own. I was not expecting that to kill. However, that's just unfortunate. Gamer was just making so much back on that one. That was an impressive comeback, but I feel like he might have been trying to parry that laser that sent him off stage in the first place, which unfortunately, it's tough. It's tough to parry sometimes, especially when you're on Wi-Fi. However, he probably should have just held shield and just kept the stage position, because that just kind of ended it there. The gyro just, boom, done.
Yeah, it was definitely just a slight miscalculation on Gamer's part, but if that game tells you anything, is that Gamer is definitely capable of making this. He knows what to do in this matchup, and he's gonna make it work. You just gotta tighten up the gameplay just a bit.
Exactly.
Now we're going into game 2. Let's let it rock.
This is some good spacing here from Jams. Like, when Gamers get into the close proximity, wow, the gyro was not enough to stop him there. And how many up airs? I lost count.
Oh, I don't even know. I was too busy focusing on the gyro. Put the up smash,
Hello?
though. Take him out.
Wow, just one clap, and that's what it takes to destroy this robot. That was just impressive. That was just, wow, he just caught the position really well. One up smash, and that's it. And now Gamer has the lead. A pretty sizable one at that.
It's a really big lead, but off stage, this is DK off stage. He has options to get back, but they're not exactly the best. He's still a large body, but can Jams capitalize?
I think being sent off stage and then like really having to go to the ledge is like the worst position Gamer can be in. However, right now, this is actually really nice for him. He's got the center stage. Can he make it to ledge in time? The ledge trap is here. Great that he waited for the gyro to go away.
Good patience on the Gamer's part. Oh, tries to catch him. Catch him on shield with the headbutt, but unfortunately air dodges off stage, and that's Gamer stock. And we're back to an even game now.
As long as he can keep up the momentum that he's had, and here's some more damage here. Honestly, let's see another up smash. Honestly, could have happened right there with landing on the platform. I'm not sure exactly what the PDKO percents are, but on this kind of stage, you can expect it to be in play if Gamer were to land a grab.
Yes, indeed. It's so deadly, and you can see that. And you can see that Jams is trying to avoid it at all costs. He knows that it's something to be feared.
Great reversal there. The B reverse from Gamer getting away from Jams, and the giant punch into Jams's face. taking that stock once again. He's got the lead. Wow, armoring right through. He loves that giant punch. There it is.
Oh!
Wow, that was such a nice looking trade. This is perfect for Gamer. He's a tanky boy. This is Donkey Kong, and there's the spinning Kong.
So strong, such a good move.
Gamer is so good at placing that move. It's always to armor through the aggression of the opponent. Like, you can throw your gyros at me. You can throw all the toys at me. I don't care. I'm spinning right on in.
Exactly.
You know, it's so I honestly think this really could have been 2-0 right now. Gamer was making such a great comeback game 1, and he's really starting to feel himself a lot more. I think that up smash read on the first stock is what gave him the momentum and the confidence he needed to take more control of this set.
Yes, it definitely shows just a giant momentum swing in Gamer's favor. Let's see if he can carry it into game 3. Battlefield this time. Interesting pick. I wonder how we got here.
All right, the grab already. Let's see this big damage. That was some good defense there. Dropping the gyro directly on top of Gamer to force a shield. Back air, such a wall of his own. Catching the gyro.
Yeah. Oh, the dash, using it to catch the gyro so he can avoid it entirely and send Jams off stage. But the up air, oh, can he catch the landing? Jams gets the other side. Good.
He was going
good
really
job.
bold with that giant punch.
Oh yeah, he was expecting him to go to the right, but Jams went clear to the left. And once again, we see it time and time again. Grounded spinning call.
That's exactly how game 2 ended. It just ended just like that, getting through the gyro with the spinning Kong. And I love this patience here from Gamer. As long as he understands the ranges of Jams' attacks, he can more easily intercept him.
Yes.
And he waited for that mash.
He was Gamer to mash there. Oh, back air. Oh, but he delays the up B. Good call on Jam's part.
That was a really dangerous situation, but it's okay. That's somewhat low percent as far as DK goes. Oh, that was a really well placed. Oh, he thread the needle with that recovery.
That was really scary, but he catches him anyway, trying to hit him out of it.
Barely dodging that spinning Kong. It's crazy to think if Rob at 79 would have died to that. And Rob at 79 is going to die to this one. Look at that. 3 stocks to 1 in favor of Gamer. This is looking super strong for him. I feel like the platforms are really helping out Gamer in terms of just maneuvering around. And you can see with this patience too, he knows that he can take his time.
Yes,
he's got
absolutely.
the lead.
That's actually going to close it out.
He's got an entire stock up on Jams. And here's some damage. Barely missing that. Wow. You saw it earlier a tiny bit from Toad in the last set of parrying that Nair. You really haven't been seeing it here from Gamer. And that would be doing so much for him.
Yeah, but the way the Gamer's been playing, it seems like he doesn't really need it. He's just playing very solidly, just playing around all of Rob's moves just so well.
But that was very poor mistake there. The gyro popping him right into the back air. But these up airs, huge. A bit of a bold spinning Kong, but you know what? Jams has got hit by it a few times. I think a player like Jams would not get hit by it. I think he's gotten at this point where he knows at that distance in the corner, Gamer's going to go for it. And let's see if Jams can bring this back. Great spot dodge there. You have no idea how great the timing was on that. He knew exactly when Jams was going to attack. That was not a panic spot dodge by any means.
No. But Jams trying to land here. It's really hard to land on DK. But it makes it back. Ooh. risky gyro. That's a situation where he's been using spinning Kong with the back air. Taking him out.
A pretty just quick retaliation there, just dropping through with the back air. But you know what? James was just in that position to get hit by it and just got hit from downtown. And 2-1 is the score for Gamer. I don't know if he's ever been up maybe a game or two against James. I'm not sure if that's happened before, but he's in a pretty good position. I think Gamers is poised to perhaps even take this set. And that would be huge, because I don't think Gamer's ever taken it against James before.
No, I don't think so either. So if he manages to close out the set now, that would be huge for him. Or we're back on Battlefield. I wonder why Jams wants to go to Battlefield. I guess he doesn't see that stage was the problem with the matchup with the last game.
I think because I really felt like the platforms were kind of hurting James in the sense that he was getting juggled a bit more. It took a little bit more effort from him to land. However, I guess he thinks he can still make it work, regardless of the spinning Kong or not. Oh no, that's a dunk right there, but it's not enough. Rob's got a good enough recovery to make it back from that. But the gyro saving his life! Oh my god.
Oh, he almost converted off that.
Conversion. It's always sick when you see someone just trampoline up into the platform and you hit them.
Mm-hmm.
It always looks sick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I think he was trying to catch something right there, and the spacing doesn't matter. The up smash out of shields taking that first stock. I told you, Jams got hit by it twice. He's not getting hit by that a third time. He was ready after that gyro throw.
Yeah, he was ready, and not just he wasn't just ready for it. He was ready with a punish, the up smash out of shield. He knew. He knows that Gamer's been trying to beat all of his projectiles with the up B, and he was ready for it this time. He baited it out. But now let's see how much extra damage Jams can tack on. Oh, he baits it out again! Forward smash?
Wow, that forward smash really landed, but that's Donkey Kong for you. Lucky that Gamer didn't die. He's got to stop relying on that spinning Kong. It is no longer working.
Yes. Oh, but
and a forward throw off stage, taking that first stock away from Jams. And this is certainly doable for Gamer with how good the damage output for Donkey Kong is. Great!
That's such a hard tech. Wow.
This is the stock right after, unfortunate, but man, that was a great tech.
Yeah, that was an amazing tech. Amazing proficiency coming out from Gamer. Let's see what Jams can do. Oh, Nair's send him off stage. Oh, Armor's through. Using the side B.
Jams trying to unbury that up tilt, but missing, and that's not the first time that's happened in this set.
No, he's missing it. I wonder if he's trying to read Gamer mashing or not.
Ooh, this is dangerous. Chasing that backer. You know what? He got the retreat with that dash attack, but he's got a high mountain to climb. He's at 144% on his last stock, and only 52 on Jams, and he's got 2 stocks.
Yes, it's a huge mountain for Gamer to climb it right now, but we've seen him climb it before. Can he do it again? DK, it hits hard. So we can definitely bring it back, but the up air barely closing it out.
That up air was really dragging him into the corner of that platform. You'd think he would have fallen out at that point. Maybe with some SDI, I'm not sure. That was a really strange situation, but perhaps that is just another DK moment.
Yes, indeed. DK's so large. Maybe he probably just got tagged by it anyway. But Jams bringing the score, even if the score 2-2, we're going to game 5.
Game number 5. This is the second game 5 of the tournament in the second best of 5 of the tournament. How
yes.
It really could go either way. We're seeing some good offense from both of these players. However, I think Jams is really starting to get used to the aspects of Gamer that have been overtaking him. But it's really, also pretty stage dependent. I wonder if they're going to go back to Battlefield or perhaps somewhere else.
We could see Battlefield again. I'm really curious actually. Town and City.
5 back on Town. I feel like Jams is a bit more comfortable with having Town open because he knows he's not going to fall for the spinning Kong anymore.
Yeah, he has the extra escape option in both side platforms during both transformations. It's just a really good way for him to get back to stage. He doesn't have to always go to ledge.
Not landing that grab. I think gamers should perhaps maybe do a little bit of work in the lab on what the gyro combos are. Because a lot of characters can do a lot of crazy stuff. And Jams is generating so much right now, but that Nair saving Gamer almost landed that hand slap. That would have been even more damage for him. But now at 113, he gets something with that Nair. And an up air.
I think Nair and...
You know what? It's the ultimate player classic, always trying to get away with their jump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect position, but he does not land the up smash. He may have hesitated just a bit.
Yes.
And
no gyro in hand. No gyro in hand.
No gyro. I mean, perhaps it would have worked. It may have gotten through the gyro anyway. It's one of those moments where it's like you go for the keys in your pocket and it's like, hey, where are my keys? They're not there.
And then you're like, oh no, how am I gonna get away now? How am I gonna get back in my house?
Looks like Gamer is home in Town and City because he's got a sizable lead. It is fascinating that he was able to turn the tables around that quickly because he was not doing well. Oh, the spinning Kong Arbor, the gyro, not the laser.
Oh, the laser taking out the spinning Kong has been such a thorn in Jam's side this entire set, but he's finding ways to get around it. Up smash. Clean.
That spinning Kong has been the story of the set. Gamer's gotta chill. He's really gotta chill on it, because he's losing a lot of his stocks to that. And a 4 throw off stage. We are at last stock game 5. Hopefully it does not end in heartbreak like the last game 5 set of this tournament with Gamer.
Yes.
Right, up back air out of shield.
Shield, set up the wall, send him off stage. Can Jam pick it back?
I think Gamer wanted a panic option, but that was really good patience from Jams, just barely waiting. And now this is scary though. He's got a giant punch in hand.
Yeah. Jams has to be very careful with what buttons he presses. Ooh, that was a very risky side B.
You know what, I'm not sure if that arm rotor was intentional, but it's okay. That Nair saving Jams, putting him in a pretty good position. Now he's on the ground. That giant punch was honestly an equalizer. Barely
Yes.
missing. And he's got it once again. B reversing it! Oh my goodness. This is just back and forth between these players. That up air not doing it, but will this one take it? Good DI!
Oh, not just yet.
Another one!
Oh, he's still living though.
Oh
and
my
another
god,
one.
how many up airs? This is a rough position. He
Oh,
made it
the air
back.
dodge is back.
The arm rotor. This is so scary for both players. 163% on the board. Can Gamer clutch it? No, that's the
Wait, no. There we go.
He barely got out of the berry just in time, but it wasn't enough for the up smash, and Jams takes it 3-2. What a set. That really was anyone's game on that last stock. How back and forth was that?
I was just... my heart's racing.
A great showing from both players. I think this might have been the closest Gamer has come to taking the set off Jams, but it just wasn't enough. How great of a set was that, man?
Oh, no. That was just an absolutely beautiful set. Both players were just adapting to each other so quickly. So quickly. You saw that Jams in the very beginning was struggling a little bit because of the spinning Kong on the ground. It was being allowed... It was catching him on ledge so much, but he adapted to it. He started to bait it out because Gamer was always going for that option because he knew that it can go through his projectiles and kill, but Jams was just baiting it out every single time, and he kept baiting it out, and Gamer he kept using the option. I think it got him a lot of mileage early on, but it just didn't work out at the very end of the set.
Yeah, I mean, on Gamer's end, you know, he was running into a lot of things all up in his face, but as the set went on, you could see that he was being a lot more precise with his movement, with everything that he was kind of doing in neutral to make it around Jams and get the big hits in. And when he hit Jams, he made it count. He was getting a lot of great conversions, lots of percent being taken, just was barely not taking it at the ends there. Anyway, it is now time for the final set, or possible final 2 sets of the evening. We have Arceus versus Jams. Arceus taking Jams out of the winner's bracket 2-0 in essentially a historic U-Smash set, because it was the first time that someone took out Jams. Can Arceus do it again? Now in a best of 5. He's got 2 sets to work with, so if he loses the first one, he's got the second one. Now, from what I saw from that set between those players, I noticed that Arceus was denying a lot of the oppression that Rob wants in terms of space and neutral. He kind of faced himself in that sense. You had another player who had great projectile play, great item play. It became just trench warfare. But I did see Arceus jumping a lot over Jams's projectiles. So perhaps that might carry over into this set, and Jams might be ready for that.
Yeah, who can say? Arceus has been jumping a lot. He wants access to those 11 arrows. They're so powerful, so safe. But let's see what happens. Game 1. Let's get into it.
Here we go. Some damage here for Jams. Another big thing as for Arceus and his Robin is that these conversions are big. Rob might, live a while, but with how strong the Levin sword is, like, these kill confirms are gonna work at somewhat early percents as far as Rob's weight goes.
Oh yes, absolutely. Robin has such good setups of his projectiles. Very damaging, very damaging. They're damaging. They're very safe, and they kill very early. You do not want this character to set up, and I think Jams is recognizing that. I'm seeing him play a lot more faster than he did in the previous set. He's definitely made some adjustments. I also notice he's trying to beat him in the air more. But
I love this projectile warfare. It's essentially the dash dancing, but without the actual movement there. And this is a pretty handy lead that Arceus has over on Jams in game 1. The double arc fire almost taking that first stock with the up smash, but barely missing.
I think he was just barely off the spacing to get the up smash to connect. Because I don't think it would have killed, but it would have put Jams in a very bad position. Oh, just the projectiles clashing again.
Another jump there. Arceus jumping a lot. However, he's jumping in a lot of positions where Jams can't really catch him. He's keeping his distance. He has his own projectiles he can throw. So if he really needs to get around Jams' projectiles, he'll do it from far away enough that Jams cannot catch him. That's what I'm noticing here. And a forward air taking the first stock of Grands.
Amazing awareness by Arceus. Noticing that Jams is jumping a lot. Put the rotor arm. Taking out his stock as well.
Covered a bunch of options there. It was a good play.
Yes. Oh, tries the tomahawk, but just barely out of range. Just trying to box him out right now. Force him to the corner.
It makes me wonder, would Jams want to start boxing out Arceus? Because what this projectile war kind of just is throwing things until they stick. Well, Rob has a lot of fast buttons up close, so you would think maybe he really wants to kind of get up into Robin's face. And this is a massive lead here. You know what? I think it's just a case of Arceus not really landing the projectiles. With Rob, he just uses it as a way to keep away, but Robin wants to convert with them.
Yes. Robin's projectiles, while you can use them for zoning, their main use is absolutely for setups and traps. We saw during the previous set, we saw that Arceus was using Robin's projectiles mainly for zoning, actually, but we're seeing that a lot less now because Jams is just denying him space.
Jams has also been able to use the projectiles as a form of blocking all of the shots coming out of Arceus. Because those are where all the big combos are coming from. But if they keep running into the gyros, they keep running into the lasers, no, he's not getting what he wants. And now Jams is up 2 stocks to 1 here. But is this a big conversion? No, barely misses that second arc fire.
He must have missed a short hop on the second arc fire.
It's like it. Here he goes up, up, and away. A safe landing.
Remember, yes, full Thoron. Oh, uses it.
See, I don't think he'll really be able to land the snipes as well. Not only has Jam seen it, but Rob is great at recovering high. And that Thoron can only go so high. Robin can only jump so high with it. He'd have to really commit if he wanted to land that.
Yes, indeed. Oh, now he has 11 in hand. What's he gonna do with it? Because I need to keep in mind is that these Robin's items are really powerful. The tomes hit very hard.
You knew it's always scary to see Robin have one of those in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell Jam's taking his time. He's been playing a lot very passively.
Yes.
You know, he's not forcing himself in. He's just throwing his projectiles. He's not really forcing his buttons onto Arceus either. And you can tell he's going over to the ledge. He's flying up really high, nairing. That's where a big majority of his conversions are coming from. The nair, the landing nair. Countering those books, like I said, with his own projectiles.
Yes.
But an up air. Arceus finally catching Jams. It must be a little bit tough here for Arceus. Robin's so slow. Kind of losing this projectile war here.
Mm-hmm. Jams is definitely using his projectiles to his advantage. He's denying Arceus space to set up. I'm not seeing any of the conversions that we saw in the previous sets. But Jams is just all over Arceus as well.
Tough situation and getting up right into the gyro. You gotta pay attention when Rob throws that gyro. The hitbox is going to send you the way Rob was facing when he threw it. And that's why so many Robs, Jams included in this situation, rolled to the ledge, threw it down so that it was facing towards the stage, and then back aired. If you roll, you get hit by the back air. If you neutral get up, it's the back air. You get up attack, you might get still caught by that back air. It's a really tough situation.
Yes, indeed. It's such a difficult ledge to get around. But Jams taking the first game.
Jams already doing better than he did in the last set because he lost 2-0.
Yeah, it wasn't even like. And it was a convincing 2-0 as well. Arceus played extremely well, but it seems that Arceus is expecting a lot of the same things to work, and they're not working anywhere. I want to see how Arceus adapts to Jams' adaptation, because Jams has definitely been thinking about this.
It's really impressive that, you know, Jams lost to this player earlier and went through such a gauntlet of players in loser's side. Raikou, VenomFang, Toad, and Gamer to make it back here, and he still has gas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of players would just be totally drained at that point from playing against so many different people. But this is why Jams is Ontario PR level. This is why he's as good as he is, because he has that endurance. And that's what it takes to go as far as Jams has gone before. What is that? Did I see that proper? Is that a Ridley?
That's a Ridley.
That's one of the last things I would expect. I did not know Arceus had this Ridley. You'd think Ridley would get clipped by every move because he's just so large, but
maybe he knows something that we don't.
You know what? Perhaps he does. I think if you're gonna make the decision to say, hey, you know what? Robin's not working. I'm going Ridley. Then you gotta have like a really good game plan, and he's starting out fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
Playing pretty grounded. Not really throwing himself into the moves very much, which, of course, Ridley being as big as he is, you're going to get clipped by a lot of stuff.
Yes. And something else to keep in mind is that this is Grand Finals. Arceus has an entire set to work with, so I feel like making a decision like this isn't too big of a deal. You can
you see a lot of players experimenting set one.
Mm-hmm.
really like how Arceus, like, on the ground has been playing grounded, shooting a lot of the neutral B out. He hasn't been really putting himself into Jams's face as much. Kind of playing Robin in a Ridley suit, almost. And that side B getting some more damage. Wow, that was bold. He got lucky there that Jams fell the way that he did, because you know what? That was a free punish, and oh, an up smash out of shield. That was a very valiant effort there from Arceus on that stock. And now it might get a little rough because he can't really play as far distance as he wants now that he is down.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go in, find some way to close it out, but Jams content with just throwing these projectiles, extending his lead even further. Oh my gosh, setting him off. Alright, what's...
Getting up into that gyro. Can Arceus bring it back here? It is a bit of a tall mountain to climb. Barely missing that side B. Oh no, is that up there? Ridley being one of the lighter, larger characters. Up smash not taking that stock. It's looking a little rough for him here.
Indeed, indeed. He's gonna have to make some big play here. Oh, catches the jump. He knew he was gonna jump in that situation because Arceus has been jumping a whole lot. He's been playing a lot of footsies, but he's also been taking to the air in order to get in. As you know, Ridley has amazing aerials, and he wants to utilize them to his full effect.
And that up smash. I think Arceus was getting a little bit restless as that game was going on. And when you're down a lot, you kind of start to panic a little bit. But you know what? I think it's a little bit of an experimentation on Arceus' part. Trying the Ridley. Will he stay Ridley? I don't expect him to. He very well could. But the Robin was certainly doing a lot better at dealing with Rob.
Yes.
Than Ridley was. I think that was just an experiment there. Trying it like, hey, maybe it'll work. Maybe he's not ready for it. He was ready for it.
He was very ready for it.
He was ready enough. I don't know if he was expecting it, but Rob was able to do the job. And here's the Robin coming back for game number 3.
And something to remember is that Jams is up 2-0. If he can take this next game, he'll reset the bracket. He'll drop Arceus into the loser bracket, and then he'll have another set to play. But does Jams have enough to close out this next game though and force another set, or is Arceus going to make a huge comeback and just take the entire thing?
That would be monumental if he really completed that reverse 3-0 here. And Jams reversing this situation, getting off stage. The arm rotor, he can double dip, but he doesn't.
He's him. Look at the clip of the Elwind.
That down damage there from the book, that was nice.
Also, that down smash lingering for so long. Robin's forward smash and down smash linger for a very long time. They're very good at catching rolls and spot dodges.
That Jam's really giving a lot of pressure.
Yeah, catch him jumping. Yeah, Arceus wanted to jump off the platform, but Jams was ready with an up air of his own, taking his first stock.
You saw it there with the platform pressure, and you also been seeing it just in neutral. It's been like that the entire time. Jams has been so slippery. Arceus is struggling to catch him. The most Arceus has been getting out of here is a lot of trades in the air, because that 11 sword enough. He's been timing it really well. These Nosferatu's just barely missing here. Honestly, that would really help him a lot if he was to land one of those, but Jams is spacing himself great in this match here.
Yes, indeed. Just the spacing and positioning of Jams is just... Robin is just having trouble getting anything started, I've noticed. Oh, it falls out of the arc fire. You don't see that very often.
You certainly don't, especially with a big body like Rob.
Yes, indeed.
And it perhaps may take just one arc fire here to seal a stock, but he cannot find it. Arceus is struggling just getting a lot of stray hits. Oh, that Thoron just deleting jams. Either the arm rotor maybe couldn't handle that, or he just timed it really well. Oh no!
No!
VSD.
Oh,
Oh, you
that's gonna
hate to see it. You know, it's a case of I thought I landed on the ledge, and I just went right past, air dodged, and died.
Yes, indeed. You hate to see it. Oh man. And this mountain just got even harder to climb.
Yeah, it's already been a struggle for Arceus, and it's just kind of gotten worse now that Jams is practically an entire stock lead ahead. Percent just racks up higher and higher for Arceus. But, I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. He's got to just keep throwing it all out at Jams. What else is he going to do?
Yeah.
That's like the real core of Robin's moveset here. And just Jams has been dodging all of it, harassing Arceus. Like, hey, we're not letting that happen again. Winner's side, winner's bracket, that never happened.
Yeah, exactly. It's never gonna happen, and it's never gonna happen again.
Air was such a good decision there from Jams. Like, putting himself just out of the position for a punish. Let's see this out of shield.
Oh, it was a little too far away. Was a bit hesitant on his punish.
You know, with all the trades that Arceus has been having, a good Levin trade here could honestly give him a bit of a chance. Even though he's at 140, it's a bit tough. But I do think, like, with the power of the Levin sword, he can still pull it off.
Yeah, you can definitely. I've seen Robin do some crazy stuff. He can, if he can kill Jams now, he would be in a really good position to bring it back. Oh, but he's not carrying the Rob Nair.
That Nair really helped. I don't think Jams is ready for both of the hits of Nair like that.
Oh, double hit. Robin's Nair is just devastating. It eats shields so much as well.
The up throw barely not taking that stock, but the Nair does it instead. Jams resets the bracket. We're going to a set number 2. I think at this point, Jams might have the download. It's looking more and more like Jams has complete control over all the situations that Arceus can't really find anything anymore. He tried the Ridley, didn't really work very well at all. The Robin has been doing decently, but I think Arceus might be out of gas in the tank at this point.
Yeah. Something else to keep in mind is that Arceus has been winning in Grands for a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how long he's been winning in Grands, but Jams, ever since he got knocked in losers by Arceus, he's been playing and he's just going and going.
He has been He has been on a rampage throughout losers, man. The only player he dropped any games to in losers was Gamer. Everyone else, 2-0. He hasn't even dropped a game to Arceus here in Grands. It's impressive.
Yes, just making all the key adjustments. It's really something to behold.
Well, I'm sure Arceus might revise a little bit of his game plan, but it is really tough because, you know, as Robin, you're gonna keep throwing the stuff out there, but Rob just kind of stops it in its tracks, real easy. So, set number 2, game number 1 on PS2. Let's see how it goes. And you can already see just the projectile war. And you're seeing a lot of just regular thunders here, racking up a little bit of damage. Perhaps that might be what Arceus needs here to generate some offense. Because he's been struggling.
Yes. I think he wants. I think he wants to focus more on just the in general zoning instead of going for setups. Because that's what what normal thunder is used for. Use it as a zoning option. While arc thunder, arc fire are used for mainly just setups. So I like the adjustment already. Oh, the Elwyn stopping the gyro.
So a little bit lucky, I guess, just for that positioning to let that happen. And it's been really a game of cat and mouse, because Arceus is just trying to find something to get onto Jams, but that gyro just keeps bonking him on the head. He cannot generate any of the offense here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, throwing him up into the 11th sword. That was a good play there from Arceus, and now he's marching that comeback. A good trade here honestly would help him a ton. It's a dangerous situation. He does jump, but not in the position that Jams wants him to. Although Arceus has been kind of stuck. Oh my god, that was
terrifying.
He needed that air dodge. And a forward air taking the first stock. Arceus is in it. Even though it was kind of rough at the start of this game, he is certainly alive and well. But after this down...
Whoa, he falls out of it!
Oh, that was just perfect. He mashed out and then air dodged at the perfect time, which may have been part of his mash. But can he mash out of this one? No, he does not. Stocks are even. So let's see if can Arceus bring this back. I mean, two 11 sword hits does a lot, and I think you can see that at some points when Arceus gets Jams up in the air, he kind of lets him come down. I think he really needs to press forward with that 11 sword, or just even the iron sword. Just keep him in the air. That's one of Rob's biggest weaknesses, and Arceus hasn't been capitalizing on it as much. And when he is, he's getting lots of damage or just taking Gems' stock.
Indeed, he definitely wants to keep Rob in air. Just use that up air to just keep him from landing. It's such good damage and eventually kill. It's just Robin has a really good juggle game.
But I mean, this has been a really back and forth game. The war of projectiles has been raging onward. And I think Arceus has been finding his spots a little bit better. Perhaps this stage might be helping, gives him a little bit more space to work with. But it's really tough between each player, especially because Arceus is the one who really is trying to force stuff at him, where Jams is just throwing it out just to create that wall. Arceus, it's honestly slowly starting to become almost just a stalemate of them just barely getting one hit on each other. It's a very slow war of attrition here between these players. You know, they kind of they're throwing their stuff. One guy gets hit, they come back. A very slow pace, but you know, that's what you can expect from a projectile war such as this one.
Indeed, indeed. Rope just throwing the projectiles, trying to convert into something. The raw Thoron, almost enough to kill. Rob is thick, don't forget.
Exactly. And this is a tough situation here. Throwing up the book. Wow. And it's crazy to consider that, you know, they've really been running at this for a while. We're getting close to down to 3 minutes on the clock. Both of these players are on 2 stocks. So at some point, one of them's got to crack. They've just been throwing their stuff at each other for so long now. It's so hard to have that kind of resilience. And the Thoron taking that stock, can Arceus tank? He could very well go full turtle here.
Yes, he has the option. If he has the I think he should absolutely just bunker down and just turtle his way to victory. You have the lead. The clock is running low. Jams needs to make some kind of play in order to bring it back. And you have the aerials to combat Rob in the air, forward air. Almost taking out with a laser snipe.
Laser snipe taking that stock. I don't know if you saw earlier, but there was a point where our Arceus missed a Nosferatu, and the Tome saved him from being punished. It was amazing.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
Oh, I love the space that he's catching here. Jams almost taking it with that down air. And we're running down to close to 2 minutes. This is really slowly getting down to the wire. Okay.
Oh, wait.
But can he, will he fall forward again? He doesn't barely get underneath with his get up attack.
Attack.
Running out of resources again. Stage
Waits
spike.
again.
He goes forward again in the back air. How many times will you go for the one ledge trap and then it eventually works? That was a really rough scenario. You know what? I think that Arceus could have really just afforded getting stage spiked over and over. The recovery is good enough to really make it back from afar. And
actually,
it looked like he was going to die to that anytime soon from a stage spike.
The recovery is good enough to make it back, but there's a problem. It's limited. He can only do that for so long because eventually he will run out of L1 charges. And if he runs out of L1 charges...
That is a good point. I wonder if Jams noticed that and thought, you know what? You can keep getting hit. You'll run out of your recovery. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe he was just thinking, hey, he's going to get hit by this. I'll keep doing it.
Regardless, it's a very hard position for Arceus to get out of.
I think he was showing a sign of life in that game, but I do think it's tough. Like, he just barely didn't get the bounces there. Obviously, one of Rob's best positions is ledge trapping. So I think Arceus should have that in mind, like saying, like, okay, I'll play this with everything that I'm doing right now, but I gotta make it a big mental note that above all else, do not get on the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the hardest part for him. But like I said, like, it must be really, really hard for these players to keep focused for so long, because these are long matches. They've been going for a while, like really running me dry here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the longest snowball fight ever.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, the SpongeBob episode Snowball Effect, like, they're just lobbing the snowballs just over and over, and I'm Squidward over here just getting smashed in the face with it.
Yeah.
They put out my fireplace every time.
Oh, man.
The Mewtwo pick. Does he have a Mewtwo? That's interesting. You know what? I think Arceus might feel like his back is a little bit against the wall. Mewtwo might work. He does have a reflector. He's got a good combo game. And he also
a good projectile as well.
Exactly. He's got the tools that might be needed to combat Rob. The only really thing that might be bad is that big frame getting hit by everything, and with how light he is. But you can tell that he's taken a lot more control over neutral because he's got those things. He's got that Shadow Ball. He's got that reflector. He's got everything.
Yeah, Jams
everything he needs.
is gonna have to. Yeah, Jams is gonna have to adapt to this because it changes how. Because reflector changes how the projectile war is played. It could give Arceus the advantage he needs.
Tell Arceus is using that side B a lot because he knows Jams is just gonna keep throwing the stuff at him. At least throwing the stuff at Arceus' Robin. But I do think that the speed that Arceus has now and has access to is honestly helping it a lot as well. Robin is really slow.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like right now, Mewtwo's a lot
fast.
faster. So, and they are really going toe-to-toe here, and I feel like Arceus is able to take a lot more control of the pace of the match here, especially with that down air. Oh. But he's got to be really careful here, having to go to ledge. That nair, putting him in a bad position. He really does not want to get hit by that bear right now. That was really, you know what, I'll give him credit for reflecting the gyro and going in to try to hit him. Just kind of made himself a little bit telegraphed with that approach.
Yeah.
The up smash. Maybe trying to catch a jump with it. But I mean, at this percent, 123.7, I think a forward air, like, near the side of the stage might be enough to take it. And reflecting that laser, bringing him up to 150.
He's got a full Shadow Ball in deck. Shadow Ball can also be a really good option here. Up throw?
Up throw, not enough. Rob is just too big. A plastic toy that they made into a real robot.
And it weighs so much, too.
You can tell Rob is made out of, like, the same plastic that they make a Nokia phone out of. It's just indestructible.
Yeah, exactly. That thing is never. I think will never break, no matter what.
Up there with some rage. Another one. That's dangerous. Wait, but that was it?
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Mewtwo is such a light character, and just the light character provided such a big frame. He was absolutely getting caught by that. But the fact that
That
he
is max
killed
rage
was
for you.
surprising. Yes, indeed. But the downer finally taking out Jam's first stock.
And here, can we see a sign of life here from Arceus? It is not looking good at 82%, but he caught that gyro. Oh, I honestly thought that could have been it right there, too. This is a really dangerous spot for Arceus, because he's practically at the last hit here.
Yes, indeed.
And that dash attack. Back throw. An odd decision there. I thought, you know, I was maybe expecting a down throw berry, but regardless, he's still... At this point, like, should just be playing for straight hits. He knows that he's got a lot of extra credit going on. 33 on his second stock. And, you know, one good hit is going to finish off Arceus. But here's some offense. Getting hit by that Nair. He has not been parrying the Nair. Or even
It's
trying.
it's such
wow,
a critical...
that
that was a nice up smash.
And the gyro catch and the jump. That was a really... You know, it started out decent for Arceus, but it got to a point where he was constantly in disadvantage. He was dying early, and Jams had such a massive lead. It's like, okay, it's not working. So if you're Arceus, what do you do?
There's not really a whole lot he could do in that situation. He has a reflector, but Mewtwo is just... It really just comes back to the big body. But he was definitely doing a lot better. The speed that Mewtwo gave him allowed him to punish a lot more things. So I don't think it was a bad move. I agree with it, but I think you should go try Robin again because Jams is on the verge of winning the whole tournament. He's up 2-0.
Yeah, this could be a 6-0 here.
Yeah.
But Arceus, I feel like he had the best chances with his Robin, so I feel like that might be the best way to go. Even if it's hard, it takes a while, and, you know, Jams is setting up this giant wall, he has been able to take Jams to the limit with Robin. And he is going back to Robin, putting on the black cloak this time. Putting the white one back in the closet.
Gotta get on my black robe. Serious now.
It's some serious business. On the brink of losing this tournament to Jams.
Can't bring it back.
If I recall correctly, this is the stage where Arceus took the first set on.
Yes,
FD.
it was. FD.
And we haven't seen it at all this set either.
No, maybe Jams was trying to avoid it, or maybe the rule set was just coming into play and they ended up running out of stages.
And you can see a lot of that arc fire meets gyro. Laser comes in to intercept.
Once again, just using the small thunder, just hit the gyro back. Just it's one less thing for Arceus to deal with at a very low cost because one thunder doesn't take you too much meter. Oh, but the high B, yeah, There's not a whole lot. That's really hard, difficult to win as Robin. He's got no hitbox on his up B, so he's almost hitting Doc. Yes.
Oh my god. I think he might be running out a little bit of steam here. That was a really great combo from Jams, the jab block.
Oh, trying to go for a shield break setup actually, but Jams getting it, but he was just a little too far away on the dash. Robin, not a very slow character.
Yeah, this is a pretty big lead here that Jams has got. You gotta hope if you're Arceus to get just one good 11 hit, and there it is, evening the stocks out at 2.
There it is. Like we've been saying the whole time. If he can get Rob in the air, he can tack on a lot of damage, or even just take the entire stock. But Jams, knowing that he knew very well do the same thing to Arceus, hitting him back with the up air to bring him down to potentially his last stock of the tournament.
Exactly, generating a bit of offense here with that down throw nair. Arceus, I would say a bit on his last legs here. A bit tough, especially, you know, he was in this position last game where Jams just has a very surmountable lead, but he's making it work a lot better here than he was with the Mewtwo. And here we go, some damage with the back air up to 102%.
And those are setups that we've been wanting to see. Early enough. Can he land? Shield inside.
Man, I wish that Thoron killed. It would have made that whole situation really work out for him. But as we've said before, Rob is just that heavy and hard to kill. And there you go, a back air, bringing it to last stock. Can Arceus pull it off? Honestly, 53 on the board if he plays his cards right and plays carefully. I think he can do it. Some good damage there from the arc fire.
Get one good setup going.
He's just got to be really careful about that nair. I mean, he has not parried it at all, and he really should look for it. Because Jams is getting away with that for free every time.
Oh no, absolutely. Jams is getting away with so many nairs this entire set, and it's really showing.
Oh, great tech! Can he bring it back here? Barely gets caught out of that arc fire. Gets caught with the arm rotor, breaking that arc fire. Oh, you know what? Unfortunate there. I don't know if he let go of the ledge there or just ran out of invincibility too quickly, but Jams down airing Arceus and winning Money Makin's finale. Congratulations to Jams. It was a good showing from Arceus. He was taking Jams to his last talk consistently through this grand finals, and that's after taking a set from him too.
Yes, indeed. Arceus with an amazing performance throughout this entire tournament, honestly. Remember, he was one of the very first people to take a set off Jams in the entire money-making series. That's huge. So good
I don't
stuff
think
to
anyone else
Arceus.
did before him.
No.
So that was a wonderful showing from all the players involved. I want to thank you everybody for watching. What a great show. I'm glad I got the chance to commentate this one. Thank you guys as always. It was a good showing.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. My name is Klepper.
TV Fish.
We'll see you around. No problem.
Hey, thank you for
Yeah. Omar on the come on. Tom Nook type beat. Hey, got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it. Slingshot, I'm present, so let's get it poppin'. Twink Glocks, I pull them, that's Timmy and Tommy. Spin like we making a copy, I'm dripping, I'm clean with these clothes on my body. I'm trying to make me a profit, I turn up my stars taking off like a rocket.
Aight, bitch, I'ma say you was sleeping like blinders, so don't be surprised when I pop in. They say that I'm bugging, I'm watching them shutter, no new residents, I'm just plotting. They trying to shade them and they won't be able, my house paid in full, I do not rent. Get me a Gulliver, lost them, go have to DIY, build him a coffin.
Oh yeah, y'all just some Gulliver, that makes you under me. I am that son on the beach. If he itching for trouble, I swing on a brother. My enemies duck or they flee. Insects, y'all nothing to me. Tell them it's G, they can't even see me. They start playing local, they ain't know the coast, so I hit him, my bro. We moving the money, I jump in the dodo.
You was talking, we fly to your wallet, you lucky this cussy be moving in slow-mo. I pull up with that chopper, my left on that trigger, but I am not taking a photo. Ring bells, yeah, I'm all about a payday. Move work on my island in 8th grade. Got your chick in my crib and she like what she seeing, bitch. I'm finna slide like I'm KK.
Dope is my playmate, you stuck in game state. We own that chain state. Watering can with the drip, bitch, I maintain. My bitch is yellow, close to that windows. Looking just like Isabella on a vacate. Top trees, put the hardwood in her guts. Iron nuggets in the clip, don't stand around. And crack body bag, going zipper rub. No ceremony for your life when I hammer down. Ay.
Last night, box my bank account. Ramp up my game, y'all let it down. 2 hits and a wheat be pecking now. I caught a little buzz out the tree, y'all passing out. Ayy, back to crossing, stack deposits. Mans is flossing when the magic wand with bags are dropping fast. When I'm smashing rocks with axes, cash is maxing. I'm grabbing all
in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it. Type beat. Ay, ay, got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it. Slingshot, I'm present, so let's get it poppin'. Oh, twin Glocks, I pull them, that's Timmy and Tommy. Spin like we making a copy, I'm dripping, I'm clean with these clothes on my body. I'm trying to make me a profit, I turn up my stars taking off like a rocket.
Aight, bitch, I'ma say you was sleeping like blinders, so don't be surprised when I pop in. They say that I'm bugging, I'm watching them shutter, no new residents, I'm just plotting. They trying to shade them and they won't be able, my house paid in full, I do not rent. Get me a Gulliver, lost them, go have to DIY, build him a coffin.
Oh yeah, y'all just some Gulliver, that makes you under me. I am that son on the beach. If he itching for trouble, I swing on a brother. My enemies duck or they flee. Insects, y'all nothing to me. Tell them it's G, they can't even see me. They start playing local, they ain't know the coast, so I hit him, my bro. We moving the money, I jump in the dodo.
You was talking, we fly to your wallet, you lucky this cussy be moving in slow-mo. I pull up with that chopper, my left on that trigger, but I am not taking a photo. Ring bells, yeah, I'm all about a payday. Move work on my island in 8th grade. Got your chick in my crib and she like what she seeing, bitch. I'm finna slide like I'm KK.
Dope is my playmate, you stuck in game state. We own that chain state. Watering can with the drip, bitch, I maintain. My bitch is yellow, close to that windows. Looking just like Isabella on a vacate. Top trees, put the hardwood in her guts. Iron nuggets in the clip, don't stand around. And crack body bag, going zipper rub. No ceremony for your life when I hammer down. Ay.
Last night, box my bank account. Ramp up my game, y'all let it down. 2 hits and a wheat be pecking now. I caught a little buzz out the tree, y'all passing out. Ayy, back to crossing, stack deposits. Mans is flossing when the magic wand with bags are dropping fast. When I'm smashing rocks with axes, cash is maxing. I'm grabbing all
in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Got all these fits in my closet. Man, if you want it, I got it. I need to make a deposit. Ain't no more space in my pockets. I need my paper like Tom Nook. 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 Let's get it.